You're listening to a production of SportsLink Digital Radio.
And welcome live from Worthen Arena, where we are just moments away from getting things going. The second game of the year for the Ball State Cardinals. It's men's volleyball, Ball State versus Missouri Science and Technology. And good evening to you all. I'm Brayden, Carroll, Roen, Elbert alongside today. This should be a fun game. And Roen, this is a matchup between two teams still searching for an identity for the 2026 season. First-year head coach for the Cardinals and Mikey Indolo. And for Missouri S&T, first game of the year with a brand new conference slate looming ahead.
Yeah, it's interesting with both of these teams knowing that the future, there's maybe some uncertainty there for Ball State. You don't know what Mikey Indolo and what the regime will look like in his first season. And this is the ultimate proving ground for both teams, especially for Missouri S&T. Sure, Division I and Division II are pretty much the same thing, but there is a little bit of a talent gap there, and I think Missouri S&T knows that. Sure, Ball State's maybe down a little bit in the rankings compared to previous seasons in the preseason, but even Missouri S&T knows this Ball State team is still a force to be reckoned with. It doesn't matter what the rankings are. Right now, they're 16th in the AVCA poll. It doesn't really matter right now because Ball State's still in that top 25. They are still one of the best teams in the country. And the Miners, they know it's going to be a tall task.
Yeah, not only just comparing team to team, a big difference skill-wise, talent-wise, recruiting-wise. A lot of different histories between these two squads. For Ball State, one of the first members of men's volleyball at the National Collegiate level, joining in 1964. 17-time NCAA/AIAV semifinalist, 25-time MIVA regular season champions. And then for the Miners, this is just your fourth season now as a men's volleyball program, period. But this has been a team that felt like year by year they're just getting better. Ryan Thompson leads a good squad down in Missouri, and he's got a lot of returning guys from that very first season.
Yeah, that blows my mind when I was doing the research and I saw, man, they're only 4 years into their program. They've already accomplished quite a bit. Last season in their final year in the IVA, they made the semifinals of that tournament. Ryan Thompson, what he's done with this group is really impressive, and the fact that he's been able to retain so many guys. You have 8 seniors on the roster. All 8 of these seniors were there for that first ever season of Missouri S&T volleyball, which is really impressive in this day of college athletics, that you're able to retain that much talent. And I think it speaks volumes to what Ryan Thompson's building over there.
So for Ball State, we have a game to base this squad off of: a 3-0 win over Division III Trine. First set, 11-point win. Second set, 12 points. Then third set, a little bit closer, but still a 5-point difference between Trine and Ball State in that one. Pure domination, kind of what we expected. National Collegiate versus D3, it tends to happen a lot where it's a 3-0 sweep. But what did you see in that game? I know you were on the call. What did you see from the Cardinals that impressed you?
What impressed me was just how resilient they were, even when they were down, especially at the beginning of sets. Maybe that's something that didn't impress me as much. They really weren't getting off the hot start to sets. The first set, it was a little rough out of the gates, which, I mean, maybe some first match jitters. That's to be expected. But really, it wasn't until halfway through a set where they would really turn it on, and that's when they would just run away with it and take over. I think Ball State, they showed that this team can go on a lot of runs, and when everything's flowing, everyone's on the same page, they look really unstoppable.
Well, from last season, we all remember Rajay Aline and the amount of times he was the leader in kills, so a few different names at the top of the stat category that we're used to, but in Trine, your leading killer, Ryan Lewis, the sophomore opposite hitter, 6'9", 12 Ks against Trine. And then Will Patterson with 7 kills, 3 blocks, 2 digs, offensive and defensive. He looks great in that one. He's going to have to take a big step this season.
Yeah, Will Patterson right now, the 4th tallest player in the MIVA. That height really works to his advantage. And you notice and you mentioned all those names. The one name that's not in there, Patrick Rogers, he only had 5 kills, but granted, he really only played 2 sets against Trine. He had 10 total attacks. You know what he can do, and I expect him to play a bigger role in the attack today.
And we're going to take our first break here on the Ball State pregame show. You're listening to Ball State Men's Volleyball and SportsLink Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
Victory Honda of Muncie. We're not just another car dealership, and here's why. We stand behind every car we sell and are dedicated to helping our customers save time and money. All our pre-owned cars undergo a rigorous 182-point inspection and come with a 90-day warranty to ensure that you're getting a Victory quality vehicle. Plus, you'll get 2 years of complimentary oil changes and tire rotations. We're part of a top 15 dealership group and have an enormous selection of vehicles with access to inventory at over 45 locations. You always get more for your trade and the best possible rates with us. We have an excellent relationship with hundreds of lenders. Our exclusive Car Doc maintenance and membership program will help you save hundreds of dollars in the process of maintaining your vehicle. Lastly, our state-of-the-art body shop and certified technicians perform high-quality repairs and paintwork on most vehicle makes and models. Victory Honda of Muncie. We're not just another car dealership.
At Kroger, you never compromise. You get high quality and low prices. Like you never compromise your meal with our spring salad mix, guaranteed fresh. And you never compromise your budget with lower prices on over 1,000 items. And you never compromise your appetite with our golden brown bread that's baked fresh in store. And you never compromise your wallet with our lower prices. Hand it to Kroger shoppers. You never compromise. Kroger. Fresh for everyone.
Hey Cardinal fans, show your pride wherever you go with the Ball State Financial Debit Card, now featuring your favorite mascot, Charlie Cardinal. It's the perfect card for students, alumni, and lifelong fans, letting you show your Cardinal spirit with every purchase you make. And with Ball State Financial, you'll get all the convenience, security, and hometown service you deserve from people who love this community as much as you do. Explore the card in your hometown credit union at fcfcu.com/chirp. Ball State Financial, your hometown credit union.
Today we have two very special guests on our program, introducing Lem and Lime.
Hello.
For Starry Lemon Lime Soda.
Thanks for having us.
What is Starry Lemon Lime Soda?
It's a crisp, clear burst of lemon lime flavor, and it's caffeine-free.
Between us, one of you must be a little more important to Starry than the other. Who is it?
We're both important.
So it could just as easily be Starry Lime Lemon Soda.
No, that doesn't sound right.
Oh, I like it.
So you saying hip-hop could be hop-hip?
Works for me.
Starry Lemon Lime Soda. Starry hits different.
From trivia night at Brothers and tater tots at Roots.
Never miss a Ball State game with SportsLink Digital.
Back live in Worthen Arena as the teams line up at center floor. Shake hands, a little high five here and there. We're getting set. Ball State, Missouri S&T. Second game of the year for Ball State. Brayden Carroll, Roen Elbert alongside. This is a challenge for Missouri S&T today. Roen, the Miners. You know, you talked about roster retention. This is a team that feels like they can improve this year from last season, a campaign where they went 11-14 in independent play. Technically, we're in the IVA, the Intercollegiate Volleyball Association, a collection of independent squads, no conference schedule. This year it just feels different for Missouri S&T. All right, you got a conference slate. Not right now, but in 2 years, you have an auto bid if you win the tournament. This is where Ryan Thompson says, hey, let's build this team up for the future.
It's really a step in the right direction, and I think it's very fitting that this is the first year that they're in the GLVC, because this is the last year that you have the guys from that initial 2023 team. I highlighted earlier some of the great names, guys like Nate Meyer. He's the all-time leader in kills through the first 4 years of the program. And for a lot of these guys, it's their first game with Missouri S&T, especially with this being the start of this program. Maybe a little bit emotional for them.
And for Missouri S&T, the Miners' charge is led by Nate Meyer, the senior 6'3" outside hitter. Fantastic player on this team. The program leader in career matches played and career sets played, single season leader as well in kills. He had 278 in 2023. He had 270 last season. He's going to be a factor out there.
Nate Meyer, it's going to be no different from last year. They played through him really every year of his career, even as a freshman, because if you look at that 2023 team, it was all freshmen for Missouri S&T, and Nate Meyer was the guy. He was one of the best freshmen in all of Division I, Division II, and nothing's changed. For his senior season, they're going to continue to play through him, and that's to be expected. I think Ball State knows that as well.
A reliable player who has been reliable literally from the very beginning for the Miners. Taking a look at your starting lineups before we get going here. as our PA announcer, Mr. Sean Dell, announces the cards on the court. For Missouri S&T, it will be number 4, Tyler Johnwick, the junior, a 6'8" middle blocker from Lombard, Illinois. Played in 85 sets last season. Number 6, Caleb Rowling, the 6'7" senior middle blocker, 73 sets last year. Number 10, Nate Meyer, as we mentioned. Number 13, Zachary Karf, another senior on this team, had 157 kills last year. Number 14, Aaron Salade, the senior, 6'6" opposite hitter last year. An All-IVA honorable mention and a tournament team selection, was second on the squad in kills with 257. Number 21, Grant Edmonds, the setter, a junior, 6'2" from Huntington Beach, California. And number 25, Bartovs Chmielewski from Aurora, Illinois. That's a tongue twister all night long.
Yeah, that's going to be tough for us. But what I notice about that lineup for Missouri S&T, those are all juniors and seniors getting these reps. We talked about the future of the minors. I'm just curious how throughout the season they're going to build up those freshmen and sophomore that are going to take the charge down the road.
And as we look at the Ball State starting lineup, some familiar names, some new names as well. We'll see number 3, Will Basilio, the sophomore 6'5" outside hitter from Ontario, Canada. We'll see number 9, Lucas Machado, the junior 6'6" setter from Brazil. And then here's one of those new names, number 5, Adir Ben Slush, the libero, a freshman on this team. He'll get some important minutes today. Number 16, Ryan Lewis, the sophomore 6'9" opposite hitter from Surprise, Arizona. Brayden Savitsky-Lynn, number 19. Number 20, Patrick Rogers. And number 21, Will Patterson from Loveland, Ohio.
Yeah, same starting lineup as the Trine match. And, hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I really like what I saw from Adir Ben Slush, which he'll be the libero for this matchup and for tomorrow's against NJIT. But you're expecting to see Victor Shearer for that upcoming road trip in the coming weeks when they go to Phoenix to play UCLA. That's when you'll see Victor Shearer, which was probably the biggest transfer they got coming from Quincy, was one of the best liberos in the MIVA last season. But Adir Ben Slush really held his own against Trine.
And he's going to have to do so again today. Ball State's first matchup of the season against a fellow NC opponent, the highest level of NCAA men's volleyball. For Ball State, let's take a look at the jerseys today. Not a fan of Missouri S&Ts, we'll get into that. But first, it's the All Blacks for Ball State with the, what do you call that, black and red gradient across the jersey with the red numbers, red lettering, and the white trim. Now, here's why I don't like Missouri S&Ts. They're the minors, of course. Very similar colorway to UNC Charlotte, the 49ers, essentially minors as well. I looked it up for you all, and Charlotte's athletic program outdates Missouri S&Ts by 12 years. So if you ask me, there's a bit of a copyright infringement there because the red and gold is basically the same for Missouri S&T. It's green, jerseys, trunks, the main color, and the gold lettering.
I actually have to disagree. I love the look, especially the libero jersey with the white. I mean, hey, it's worth copying.
It is a nice look. I don't blame them for copying Charlotte. And for both of these teams, now that you mention it, the liberos will be in white for Ball State. It's the white and red gradient, with the libero being Adir Ben Slush.
You're right. You got it.
Can you tell it's my first men's volleyball game of the year? We're about to get going. Grant Edmonds, the setter for Missouri S&T, to get things going. The Miners will hit right to left. Ball State sets up left to right. 4 back to open up. Wide open space on the left side of the floor. It's dug up successfully by the Cards. Will Basilio sent across by Ryan Lewis, blocked up front by S&T. Here's another setup for the Miners. Slow dribbler up top, stopped by Ryan Lewis. Set up, kill far side, blocked by Missouri S&T. And the Miners will get the first point. Combination there, Nate Meyer appeared to get a hand.
Yeah, Aaron Salade was there as well. That's a great start for Missouri S&T, but eerily reminiscent to the starts that Ball State would have against Trine, where they were a little bit slow.
So 1-0 S&T. Another strong serve from Edmonds to the middle of the floor. Ball State, and in the immediate send with Will Patterson, it's across the back line for an error.
Yeah, you can tell he's trying to get into that Coffin's corner on that last play, but just put way too much on it.
So 2-0 S&T. As you mentioned, slow starts against Trine. Seen some of the same here, down 2. Edmonds once more, this time to the near side, dug up by Basilio. Another strike opposite side. S&T's there. Send back to the middle. Nice one-hand stop by Ryan Lewis. Back to the Miners side. Working near. And a nice kill right down the middle from Nate Meyer.
Hey, we called it going into this matchup. We knew he was going to still be the primary go-to guy. Nothing's changed. Really attacked that middle where Ben Schluch just wasn't ready.
Nate Meyer flies around the front end of the floor for the Miners. 3-0 S&T here in set number 1. Serve off the net, goes across. Ryan Lewis near side, nice kill, open space right down the alley.
He was the go-to guy against Trine, and I think that's for a reason. Plays like that, especially on that near side, is where it's his bread and butter. That's where he's always going to attack from, and it's worked out very well in the early part of the season.
Will Patterson to serve for the first time for the Cardinals. 3-1 the score, Miners advantage. Strike again on the near side by Missouri S&T. That's Aaron Salati. 4-1. S&T showing strength early here in set 1. A veteran team, as we mentioned, and that leadership is showing. Salati and Miner, the seniors. Meyer to serve, down the middle. It's a kill and ace. And Basilio could not catch up down the middle.
Yeah, that's rough for the Cardinals. They call the timeout now, and that's a great timeout by Ian Dolo. They did struggle early against Trine. I mentioned that, and I know D1, D2. It's very different from the Trine matchup where it was D1, D3, but it was never like this, where Ball State just seems out of sorts defensively, especially down the middle, which it was kind of the opposite against Trine, where I thought the middle looked really strong. They really need the rebound in that category.
2 early attacking errors for the Cardinals, and got to give credit to the Miners, playing very clean so far, 50% attacking rate, and that service ace certainly plays a factor in shifting the momentum into that timeout.
Yeah, it's hard to find any flaws in Missouri S&T's game right now. Even that Ryan Lewis kill, they defended that very well. Really, the Miners to this point are playing flawless volleyball. However, you know you're playing Ball State. How sustainable is that? Well, I guess we're going to find out of the timeout.
And we've seen a lot of the S&T talent thus far make some plays. Nate Meyer, of course, great player last year, all-IVA first-teamer, led the squad in kills and service aces, and was second in digs, offensive and defensive. He's a threat. And we'll see him out there to serve out of the timeout for Mikey Indolo. 5-1 Miners here in set number 1. Hard ball down the middle, dug up by Basilio. Set up from Machado, Lewis near side, and that's a kill. Off the libero of Missouri S&T, and that's a nice setup right out of the timeout.
Yeah, Machado usually sets up towards the net, but he was in the middle of the floor because he knew Ryan Lewis had the perfect look, and when he hits it hard like he did, that's tough for the libero to respond.
Machado, the leader in assists last season for the Cardinals, serves here. 5-2 the score. S&T response far side. Great dig along the edge by Basilio. Lewis again near to the back alley. Recovered by Missouri S&T. Free ball over, back to Ball State. It's the libero. Over to the far. Nice play again. Patrick Rogers rejected. Miners work once more. Set up right across the net. Triple block over the head. Dug up again by Ben Schluch. Back to the Miners side. Long rally here. Another double block. Basilio the dig. Hard strike up the middle. Savitsky Lind rejected. Another chance for the Miners. And another dig by Basilio. Another block by Missouri S&T. This play just keeps on going. Savitsky Lind is blocked far side, and it heads out last touch by the Miners. A long, long play, and luckily for the Cardinals, it ends in a point.
Hey, wouldn't you know, Ball State out of the timeout, 2 straight points. And I talked about that resilience earlier. There it is right there, fighting through that point. Hard fought and well-deserved for the Cardinals to get it in the end.
A lot of credit to Basilio there. 3 big digs. Serve from the Cardinals. Dug up by S&T. A punch free ball, and it's back to the Cardinals side. Savitsky Lind, opposite end. The libero digs it up. That was Chmielewski. Unsuccessful, but a bit of a misfire. Digging to his backside, no one there on his team. It's 5-4 S&T.
Yeah, there was nothing Grant Edmonds could have done about that. Maybe at first glance he'll blame it on him, but it was just, again, a misfire.
Hard hit from Machado, and it's a service error. Aiming for that near corner. 6-4 Missouri S&T. And after a long Cardinal run, it goes back to the Miners. Serve along the far end, dug up by Ben Salush. Hard spike by Savitsky Lind, and it sails out of bounds. Just mistimed that one a little bit. 7-4 Missouri S&T.
It's the little things like that where I've counted on my hand at least a few times where Missouri S&T's been able to take advantage of that.
Here's Cole Hohen, the freshman for S&T, to serve, and they return with a service error. Again along the far side, near side rather. Point Cardinals, 7-5 here in set one.
Hey, if you're going to be trading errors back and forth, the Cardinals are going to end up winning that battle. You can't play that game.
The senior Patrick Rogers from Rutherford, New Jersey to serve. Dug up back alley. Chance for Zachary Karf, he's rejected. And a point to the Cardinals.
Will Basilio got in on that too, which you usually don't see him on the front line like that, but he made a really good play.
Patrick Rogers to serve for Ball State. 7-6 the score here in set one. Your Cardinals down one. Straight to the middle, hard pipe down the stretch, and it's out of bounds again from S&T. 2 errors, 1 a service, now an attack on back-to-back plays. And it looks like we may have a challenge here.
Yeah, I don't know, because in the moment I was thinking, man, that's 50-50 right on the line. Ben Schluch, either way, he was not ready leaning back for that ball. It was well hit by Missouri S&T, but that question is, did it go out on the far side? In real time, I really couldn't tell you. I thought it was pretty 50-50.
Yeah, that ball moves fast down on the new Terraflex floor here in Worthen Arena. It looked like it was Grant Edmonds, the setter for Missouri S&T, who took that strike. And the Miners would love for this one to go back around. 7-7 the score. S&T came out firing with a strong 3-0 lead, and all of a sudden Ball State's gained the momentum right back.
Yeah, the Cardinals on a 3-0 run, which that's what we saw against Shrine, where the middle part of a set, usually it would take a timeout from Ian Dolo. I don't know what he tells his players, but all I can tell you is that I talked to him after the match against Shrine. He was telling me that third set he got a little bit scared, but still that was a match where, Patrick Rogers in the third set, he was sitting out, Savitsky Lind, so still able to get that.
And after the review, Grant Edmonds will be rewarded the kill, an overturn on the challenge.
Yeah, I think it's a matter of Ryan Thompson trusting his guys. I think his players on the floor, maybe it was Grant Edmonds, went to him and said, hey, I think that's in. And, hey, you got to trust your guys, even if it is the first game of the year. And, hey, it shows right there.
Correction, they'll reward that to Tyler John Wick for his first kill of the game. Had 148 last season as an all-IVA second-teamer. So the score, 8-6 Missouri S&T now here in set one. At the service line, it's Aaron Salati. Hailing from Palatine, Illinois, William Friend High School.
Yeah, a lot of guys from that high school on S&T's team.
A lot of them seniors as well. Camden Seaver, a junior on this squad from that same high school. Then you have Jack Sione, a sophomore. Certainly head coach Ryan Thompson knows his recruiting base. So we have some discussions between the officiating crew and the Ball State bench. Looked like an extra ball was out on the playing surface, and now we're ready to go. Aaron Salati back line to serve for the Miners. Right down the middle, dug up by Ben Shalush. To the far side, Basilio's rejected, stays with the Cardinals. Ryan Lewis now finds the gap near side, and it's a kill.
That's why Ryan Lewis has been the MVP of the first 2 matches so far. How he's able to get past that front line of Missouri S&T. It was a sea of green right in front of him, 3 guys, and he's able to get through.
So it's Brayden Savitsky-Lind now from Roscoe, Illinois. Started this game off to serve. Could have gone back line. S&T digs instead. A beautiful spike, and it's free balled back across by Patrick Rogers. What an effort on the fly. Here's S&T again, a free ball back to the Cardinal side. Machado, far side, and it's a beautiful spike set in depth. That's Will Basilio working the edge.
Wow, that was impressive. Basilio will get the credit there, but that's not possible without that Patrick Rogers dig/free ball. You don't see that every day.
We're all knotted up at 8 here in set 1. Savitsky-Lind to do the honors once more. Another hard spike. This time it goes to his advantage, an ace. That was last touched by Zachary Karf. Wasn't quite in position to dig.
And now all of a sudden the Cardinals are on a 5-1 run, really looking dominant out of that first timeout they had.
9-8 Ball State set 1. Savitsky-Lind again. Another hard spike, and this time it's an error.
You know, that's one of the few things about volleyball I'll never understand is most of the time after an ace, it's immediately followed by an error. I don't know why.
It's got to be just that inner feeling of, hey, I'm feeling it right now. Got to let it fly. A little too strong from Savitsky-Lind. S&T serve near side, and another kill for the Cardinals. Another one courtesy of Ryan Lewis.
Ryan Lewis was a guy as a freshman we knew was capable of doing big things. Man, oh man, is he really showing the flashes early.
Offensive and defensive, 3 kills, 2 digs. He'll serve here. Down the middle to the libero, dug up by the Miners. Working near side again, double block successful from the Cardinals. Soft touch over by Salati, recovered by Ball State. Another spike, far side. Another recovery by Missouri S&T, and it's Nate Meyer with the cleanup job, a K.
The Cardinals just got caught sleeping there. It's almost like they gave up on the play. Nate Meyer, he was alert the whole time, able to get that down.
10-10, we stay tied. S&T unfazed by the Cardinal run. Tyler Johnwick, the junior here, middle blocker to serve. Dug up by Patrick Rogers. Here's Lewis again. Working from the back edge. It's a kill cross court. 11-10.
How about that set from Lucas Machado? I thought for a second he was just going to dump it over. I thought it was a dump over. That's what it looked like with the set, but put it in reverse for Lewis, and it worked out.
711 assists last season for Machado. Looks like he hasn't aged a bit. Out of the serve, Ball State works. Machado, another assist. Stays in. No, it does not. Could have been a net violation as well. It looked like it did stay in, but the net touched by Will Patterson on the spike attempt, and we're at 11-11. Grant Edmonds, the setter to serve for S&T. Far side down to the middle. Ben Schluch is there. Machado set up far end. A whistle on the spike from Patrick Rogers. And Cardinals in the nest. Another violation by Ball State on back-to-back plays. It's 12-11 S&T.
Yeah, those are the things that separate the good teams from the great teams. And the Cardinals are trying to ascend, going back to being a great team, and you have to prevent those.
Edmonds, a 25-time starter last season to serve. Basilio the dig. Set up near side. Double block by Missouri S&T. Nate Meyer a part of the job, as well as Salati. 13-11 Miners.
Yeah, that front row for Missouri S&T has really impressed me. Ryan Lewis has really been the only Cardinal, in my opinion, that's been able to crack the code of them so far.
S&T unfazed here in Worthen Arena. Edmonds to serve again. This time he catches the net. 13-12, Cardinals to serve. It's going to be Will Patterson, the junior, 6'10" from Loveland, Ohio. Went to the same high school as Ken Griffey Jr., Archbishop Moeller. You seemed very pleased by that fact. Here's the setup from S&T far side. Soft touch along the edge. That was Nate Meyer, and it's punched out. 13 all, last touched by Meyer.
Yeah, that's impressive, though. Ken Griffey Jr. to go to that same high school. I mean, looking to add his list to a name of another great athlete to come from there.
And he was great at Archbishop Moeller, 3-time state champion in high school, second-team All-American in his senior year. Out of the serve, S&T works. Nice double block up front. Machado a piece of it. Another block by Ball State. This time it goes out of bounds near side. Great defensive effort. Just, you know, what happens in volleyball. It kind of takes the breath out of you sometimes, these great blocking efforts that just sail out. 14-13 S&T, another chance for the Miners to add on to a lead. Strong serve, and Nate Myers guilty of the error.
Yeah, now these errors are really coming back to bite Missouri S&T because Ball State, they've struggled in the last few points, but they've kept this either tied or within one score.
Here's Machado, the junior setter, and he'll catch the net as well on his serve. 15-14. S&T.
Yeah, when Lucas Machado misses, it's rare that he just puts it right into the webbing. Usually it's too long with Machado's misses. That's a rare mistake for him.
So now it's Cole Hohen's turn. First a momentary pause as S&T sets up their line. Cross floor, correction, that's Caleb Rowling, the server. Strong up the middle from the Cardinals. It's Will Basilio stepping up from the back line for the kill.
How about Will Basilio? It's the young bloods here for Ball State. It was Lewis and then Basilio. Both of them have really stepped up in the first two matches.
15 all here in set one. Patrick Rogers. The service near side, recovered by the Miners. Salati, soft touch over, and Ben Slush is out of position far side. That's a kill. 16-15 the score now.
Yeah, even though he was out of position, I like the effort he put into there. Even though more than likely he'll be the number 2 libero throughout the season, that effort is going to pay dividends down the road for him.
Salati, the server, played in 82 sets last season, and he's guilty of a service error. This time it's across the net. Just a little too far past the baseline.
Yeah, just a little too far. That was right on that edge. Could have been a big momentum play for S&T had it gone their way.
We were knotted up at 14, 15, and now 16 in set one. Cardinals turn to serve. Savitsky Lind across. Down the middle, dug up by S&T. Chance near side. Nice block by Ryan Lewis. An even better dig from Zachary Karf. Free ball by the Miners. A chance for the Cards to set up. Right down the pipe, Patrick Rogers, how do you do? A K, 17-16. Cards get the lead back here in set one.
It's funny, Patrick Rogers only 5 kills against Shrine, and it was really a lack of attacks. Already 3, we're seeing that usual Patrick Rogers attacking mode from him.
Savitsky Lind once more to serve. Hard down the middle. You could hear that pop from across the entire campus. Unsuccessful dig on the return from S&T. A nice effort from Savitsky Lind stepping up, but it's 17 all again.
So if I were at Teachers College, I could probably hear that. That was loud.
Yeah, spanked that ball. Zachary Karf to serve. Trickles across the net, dug up by Basilio. He'll be the one to spike far side, and that's a K. Wide open space down the middle. Miners not ready. It's 18-17 Cards.
And now Ball State kind of the opposite of what was happening a few points ago. Now they're starting to catch Missouri S&T sleeping.
So Ryan Lewis to serve. Chance for the Cards to pad a bit of a lead here. Just kidding. We're tied again. 18. Service error on the net.
Man, is that the announcer jinx again?
It could be. I mean, now that I mentioned, well, we're tied at 14, we're tied at 15, it feels like we're tied at every point tally now. Here we are at 18. Substitution for the Miners as we'll see a freshman come in, Eris Marukas. The outside hitter, 6 foot. Short little guy in men's volleyball standards. Across the floor, chance for the Cards to work. Machado up front, goes straight for the kill, and it's a nice block up front by Salati.
Well, hey, it's great to see a freshman like Marukas getting playing time. It looks like he'll primarily be a serving specialist if I were to guess throughout the year, but it's cool to see.
He'll serve here. The 1918 S&T lead. Basilio the dig far side. Chance opposite end of the floor. Nice K from Ryan Lewis again. Continues to rise. 19 all.
Yeah, that's going to be his 6th kill of the match. Remember, he had 12 against Shrine. He's continuing that pace, and he's looking elite.
Ryan Thompson brings out Bartaz, the libero again. We're going libero-less on that last set of plays, 19 all. The serve, cross back, nice play by the Miners, a setup for the Cards. Near side, Rogers. Dug up by S&T, sent right back, it's Ben Slush. Here's another chance for Rogers, and a kill. Finds the back line opening. 2019 Ball State.
You know, it's really tough for the Miners to stop the Cardinals when Rogers is in a flow, Lewis is in a flow, and Basilio's in a flow. It's really tough.
Speak of the devil, Will Basilio at the service line. A 1-point lead here in set number 1. Dug up by the Miners near side. Strong hit, Patrick Rogers digs along the net. That was a creative play by Nate Meyer. A kill that won't be on a highlight reel, but going cross-court that close to the net, quite impressive.
It's that veteran experience that he brings, even at the Division II level, that pays off in a big play right there.
So 20 all, set number 1. Been back and forth the whole way. Grant Edmonds, the server. Dug up by Basilio. Rogers again. Nice play by the Miners defensively, but forced to free ball. It's Karf to Ben Slush. Chance right down the pipe. Patterson was there. Miners there defensively. Shot past the triple block. Ryan Lewis forced to free ball. Right down the middle. S&T's chance rejected. Half by the net and half by Will Patterson. 21-20 Cards.
Man, Ryan Lewis can do no wrong. That dig, he was able to get that over the net. What a diving effort for Lewis that set up Will Patterson over the middle.
So Patterson will serve. Works along the left side of the Terraflex. 4 away from taking set 1. Dug up by Bart Laws. And it's Aaron Salati with the kill. That was a quick working play by S&T. 21 all.
Yeah, the 5th time we've called Salade's name, hitting at a high rate, which that's to be expected from a guy who last season was hitting at a 25% clip.
Nate Meyer's turn at the service line. Near side to near side, Ben Slush is there. Free ball, just kidding. Nice deception play instead to Ryan Lewis. Nice dig from S&T, sent back to the Cardinals side. Machado. Straight to Rogers, blocked and saved by Basilio. Rogers again, over the double block this time, and dug up down the middle by Edmonds. Miners hit it back. Chance for the Cards. Nice free ball across from Machado. Another deceptive, sneaky play. Faked like he was setting and just pushed the ball over. 22-21.
Wow, that's something we saw last year from the Cardinals a little bit, continuing into this year with the new regime.
1-point lead for Ball State in set 1. Lucas Machado. Strong spike, a little too strong to the near corner. That's a service error.
I do want to give Will Basilio his flowers real quickly. Not only has he been a menace on the attack with 3 kills, how about 6 digs with 3 of them coming at 1 point? I mean, it's really impressive what he's been able to do.
S&T goes libero-less here. The serve from Camden Seaver, dug up by Ball State. Strong across, Seaver's there. A free ball again by the Miners, and it's right back at you. Tyler Johnwick with a Machado-like play to make it 23-22 S&T.
Yeah, how often do you see the middle blocker with the setter-like dump over? But John Wick, he had a great heads-up play there.
Camden Seaver to serve again, right down the middle. To the near side, Rogers the dig. Machado, Rogers, spike. Did it stay in? It did not. Crucial attacking error. And it's set point, 24-22. Immediately, Mikey Indolo calls for the challenge.
Which, hey, it's a great challenge by Ian Dolo because you know how critical this point is. It's the difference between it being 24-22 and 23-23. It's a huge difference because Missouri S&T, it's set point for them. A lot of people going into this matchup, I don't think they would have believed you seeing this score right now. But people need to realize that the difference between Division I and Division II volleyball, it's not big at all. That's why they're kind of combined into one, playing in the same conferences at times. Like, look at Missouri S&T in the GLVC this year in the same conference as a former MIVA team in Quincy who's Division I. That's for a reason. They came here to play, and the talent gap is really not that big.
Just to catch you up on a little bit of volleyball lore, that new GLVC conference, as we get the call, and the call is reversed. Ryan Lewis gets the kill. But the GLVC, a new conference with Rockhurst, Maryville, S&T, Quincy, Roosevelt, Jamestown, Thomas More, and Southwest Baptist. Really all across the Eastern Coast, based in the Great Lakes Valley. It's actually based in Indianapolis. I keep seeing articles written by the GLVC website that have the date line, byline in Indy. But you have teams in Missouri, you have teams in Tennessee, teams in Ohio, West Virginia. As Ball State gets set here, 23-all, Patrick Rogers the serve. Chance far side for Salati. Nice block by Ball State. Right across Patrick Rogers. How do you do? 24-23. The Cards in set point. And S&T wants a timeout.
Yeah, this is why what Mikey Ndolo just did is just absolutely genius. That challenge on the borderline, you don't know if you're going to get it. It's worth the shot, though, because Look at how the tables have turned. It was 24-23, or it was going to be 24-23 for the Miners before Ian Dolo challenged that. Now, all of a sudden, it's set point for Ball State.
Big chance for the Cards, who, it felt like they did not have the advantage throughout set one, but everything can be erased with just 1 point.
Yeah, it's huge because that can carry momentum into that second set. I know that really wasn't how it was like with Trine, where Trine continued to have hot start after hot start. It just comes down to that. I think that's the biggest key to the match for Ball State. You can't dig yourself in that big of a hole again. They were down at one point 5-1. That's just something that can't happen, because if we go into MIVA play, you're playing teams like Loyola, Ohio State, McKendree. That's not going to fly.
Yeah, you mentioned Loyola Chicago. The only team that's not on the West Coast that has an appearance in the top 10 of the preseason AVCA polls.
Here, I got something for you. Missouri S&T, their first ever match in 2023 against Loyola Chicago.
What a tough way to start off your program.
Yeah.
S&T this year, they only play one ranked opponent in out-of-conference play outside of Ball State, number 15 McKendree, another MIVA team. Strong serve by Patrick Rogers out of the timeout from S&T. Here's a block up the middle, down the hatch, and it sails out of bounds. That was Ball State with the block up front. Machado was a part of that, Savitsky Lind as well. We're knotted at 24.
That's got to be deflating for Ball State. They make a good play up front, it just sails out of play.
So we play on in set one. Aaron Salate. Serve straight to the libero, Ben Slush. Machado to the far side with Basilio, dug up by S&T. Strong shot. It's Ben Slush again with the dig. Ryan Lewis sends it back. Miners work close to the net. And it's snuck in. John Wick right in front of the double block near side. Left it just short enough. Ball State couldn't get to it. 25-24 Miners.
Heads-up play by Tyler Johnwick. I don't know how that got down through the Ball State defense.
Mikey Ndolo wants a timeout. 25-24. Unexpected set one.
You have to give credit where credit is due to the Miners, especially when it was set point for Ball State. And you know how this arena can get. This is an unreal atmosphere, especially on a Friday night. And you know the fans are going to be loud for that set point. You have to overcome that adversity, especially in your first match, your first set of the season. The Cardinals, they already have a matchup underneath their belt. Missouri S&T, though, they came ready, and now all of a sudden, set point for them.
For the best stories in Ball State sports, our latest videos and SportsLink program information can be found at ballstatesportslink.com. ballstatesportslink.com. That's ballstatesportslink.com. And this broadcast is produced by the students of Ball State Sports Link and presented by Victory Honda of Muncie. For your next new or pre-owned vehicle, drop by the showroom at the corner of McAlliard and Morrison Roads in Muncie, or visit victorymuncie.com. That's victorymuncie.com. Mention that S&T only has one ranked opponent in out-of-conference play. Well, Ball State, they have number 1 UCLA, number 9 Stanford, and number 19 George Mason to look forward to. And already here, struggling against S&T.
Yeah, it's rough. And even for Missouri S&T, their next matchup, Purdue-Fort Wayne.
Both teams with a challenging schedule ahead. Salati, the serve, Ben Sluice, the dig. Going to the far side with Basilio. KO. Working along the edge. Ever so close to going out and giving the set to the Miners. Basilio playing with confidence. 25-all in set 1.
Even though it's the first set, when you're playing on the edge like that, it makes your heart drop. You don't know what's going to happen next. You don't know what the call is going to be, but Basilio played it very well.
Savitsky-Lin, the serve to the back line, dug up. It's Karf. S&T, spike down the middle. Hello, Tyler Johnwick again. 26-25. S&T will not go away. Zachary Karf, the senior, a Missouri native, a chance to do the unexpected and give S&T a set advantage in Worthen Arena. Cards have a 75% winning rate here at Worthen. Struggling against the Miners in one set. The serve dug up. Chance for Ryan Lewis. Down the pipe. 26-all. Both teams giving it their all in set 1.
Man, Ryan Lewis will not go away. His 7th kill right there.
The fight from both of these teams. Big shout out to S&T. Team that is very new, brand new program. The seniors on this squad were a part of the inaugural team. Went 11-14 last season. Ryan Thompson, the head coach of the Miners in just his 3rd season of Division I, Division II coaching. And this squad is giving the fans of Science and Tech a lot of confidence in what this team can do. Not a timeout, instead a court clean on the Miners side. Some precipitation along the baseline. We're cleaned up now and we're ready. 26-26 in set 1. Ryan Lewis to serve for Ball State. Working near side, down the middle, dug up by the libero Bartos. Strong spike again from Nate Meyer, and it's a kill going right by Patrick Rogers. 27-26, S&T with the lead and the serve. A momentary pause in the action as the official along the far side has a talk with Lucas Machado as a substitution is called in. So we'll see Jacob Surrett, the junior middle blocker, come in. He checks in for Will Patterson. Tyler Johnwick, big serve, 27-26, Miners advantage, Miners serve. Dug up by Rogers, soft touch, right up front, a 50-50, and it's won by S&T. It went down on the Miners side, but it is called a violation up front on Ball State. Couldn't quite see who it was that was right down the middle.
I think that was Lucas Machado. He played that very well. I think they called that the net violation. Maybe grazed his hand on that net. That's a tough break because he made a really good play.
Real tough break. 28-26. The set is won by S&T. A surprise, maybe an upset alert in Worthen Arena. We'll see. Set 2 coming up. 1-0 lead for S&T. You're listening to Ball State Men's Volleyball on SportsLink Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
Looking for flawless awards, trophies, plaques, medals, or engraved keepsakes right here in Muncie? Head to Awards Plus, your hometown expert for over 25 years. Located at 301 West Main Street, they're the area's leading trophy shop, serving the Muncie and surrounding area. Awards Plus delivers top quality with attention to detail and fast, reliable service. Open Monday through Friday, 9 to 4. Stop by or call 765-282-3511. Awards Plus, where the achievements take center stage. A proud partner of Ball State Athletics.
Behind every strong hip and knee. Behind every strong shoulder.
Good catch.
Behind every strong team is our highly skilled team of experts in orthopedics. IU Health is the official healthcare and sports medicine provider of Ball State Athletics, and we're here to keep you moving. From acute injuries to chronic pain and conditions, go where the athletes go. Walk-in appointments for new injuries are available Monday through Friday from 7:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. And you can always schedule a same-day or next-day appointment and wait from the comfort of your home. Visit iuhealth.org/MuncieOrtho to learn more.
Sometimes it's not the moment. It's the moment before the moment. The moment you make a choice. The moment you take control. The moment only you can own. Gainbridge lets you invest on your terms. So you're not only in charge of this moment, but all the moments to come. Start investing now.
Victory Honda of Muncie. We're not just another car dealership, and here's why. We stand behind every car we sell and are dedicated to helping our customers save time and money. All our pre-owned cars undergo a rigorous 182-point inspection and come with a 90-day warranty to ensure that you're getting a Victory quality vehicle. Plus, you'll get 2 years of complimentary oil changes and tire rotations. We're part of a top 15 dealership group and have an enormous selection of vehicles with access to inventory at over 45 locations. You always get more for your trade and the best possible rates with us. We have an excellent relationship with hundreds of lenders. Our exclusive Car Doc maintenance and membership program will help you save hundreds of dollars in the process of maintaining your vehicle. Lastly, our state-of-the-art body shop and certified technicians perform high-quality repairs and paint work on most vehicle makes and models. Victory Honda of Muncie. We're not just another car dealership.
Welcome back. Set number 2 coming up for you. In set number 1, a shocker, S&T 28, Ball State 26. Sloppy from the Cardinals, to say the least. 7 attacking errors, 5 service errors, even a blocking error in there.
Yeah, because these are the little things that end up becoming the big things, Brayden. 7 attacking errors, like you said, just cannot happen, especially when they open the set down 5-1. That's just something for Ball State you have to put in the rear view window and move forward, knowing that, hey, you got to win the next 3 sets.
You know, it's hard to compare these teams based on last season, just considering the level of play between the IVA and the MIVA. But Missouri S&T had almost 100 less attacking errors than the Cardinals last year. The Cardinals had 5 times as many blocking errors as the Miners. Service errors, Ball State had 400 total last year. S&T had 321. You know, we kind of thought maybe some of that sloppiness would rear its ugly head in this one. Unfortunately, it has so far. Ball State works right to left as the benches switch out, and we're ready to go. And right out of the break, S&T's firing. Caleb rolling. 1-0.
Yeah, rolling past the Cardinals on that. They've gone to him quite a bit down the middle throughout his career, and really there's a reason why. The athleticism matched with the height.
Nate Meyer, the star Miner, right down the middle. Dug up by Ben Schluch. So he's playing back-to-back sets, and it's a kill from Ryan Lewis working near to far. 1-1 here in set 2.
And Ryan Lewis right now, 13 total attacks, 8 kills already. You have to be impressed.
Patrick Rogers, 6'7" at the service line. Sorry, I saw Charlie Cardinal, and I don't know why. I always think of 6'7" when I think of him. And once again, it's Caleb rolling. Big old kill right in front of the net. And that's a few times now, Roen, that we've seen the middle gap wide open for S&T.
That's a battle that Ball State usually wins, but this matchup, it hasn't been that way at all, and S&T's taken perfect advantage.
Miners lead 2-1, make it a 2-2 tie with the service error from Caleb rolling.
Yeah, these slow starts for the Cardinals, right there, that was just an S&T mistake. These slow starts for the Cardinals, maybe now they can get away with it, which they didn't in the first set. Maybe now they can, but when you play Loyola, McKendree, those teams, it really won't fly.
Surrett the serve, and he grazes the net, catches the net rather, for an error. Student exchange program, more of an error exchange program, 3-2 S&T.
Error for error. If you play that battle, Ball State's going to end up winning it. That's why S&T can't go to that level.
Salati will serve. His is clean. Almost an ace. Successful dig by Basilio last minute. Here's the Miners working far side. Blocked up front. Sent out of bounds on the Cardinal side for an S&T point. 4-2 Miners in set 2. So here in Salati at the service line again. Palatine, Illinois, honorable mention on the IVA list last season, was second in kills, third in blocks. Both sides of the floor a threat, but apparently not on serves. As the service error tally just keeps going up, 6 for Ball State, 5 for S&T, 1 there for Salati. 4-3 S&T, cards to serve.
It's hard to win a matchup when you're losing that battle, but both teams pretty even.
Ryan Lewis, his serve is inside, dug up by Nate Meyer. Not a free ball, but a grazing shot across the net by S&T, and right there Machado unfazed for a kill.
How often do you see that from a setter who's able to rise up like that and attack over the middle? Usually you see a dump over, but he brought the hammer down with that.
Yeah, and a bit of a pace change from S&T on that short shot. Can't even call it a spike. 4-4 here on the serve. S&T operates, and right down the middle, John Wick's there again, this time attacking the far side. Ball State, this front line feels a bit uncoordinated.
Well, yeah, if you're an S&T middle blocker, you're having a heck of a day right now. Because of that, these middle blockers, we haven't seen Will Patterson as much getting involved defensively. I want to see more of him using his height at the net.
The serve, Zachary Karff. Ball State works. 5-4 advantage for S&T. Soft touch, far side, blocked by the Cards and out on the Ball State side. Another point for S&T. It's 6-4 in set 2.
Man, you can't win. Even when Ball State's able to make an impressive play at the net, it just goes out of bounds.
So Zachary Karff to serve again from O'Fallon, Missouri. Went to St. Dominic High School, earned first team All-State honors. A Missouri native through and through. Dug up by the Cards. A beautiful, strong spike from Ryan Lewis. Dug up by Karff, but that shot was so strong. Off of the forearms of Karff, I mean, that went up maybe 20 yards into the sky and out into the bleachers. 6-5 S&T, Cardinal serve. It's Will Basilio on the back line. Bit of a soft spike. Dug up by Karff. Far side operation over the triple block. Beautiful touch by Nate Meyer, and it's worth a kill.
Once again, Ball State at the net, just not having a good presence there. That little tap got behind, and nobody's down the middle to protect it.
7-5 Missouri S&T. The science and technology boys are playing great right now. Tyler John Wick, soft serve. Hard spike up front. And once again, it's our man, Ryan Lewis. Correction, it's Savitsky Lynn. The 19 and 16. I need my pair of glasses right now, Roen.
Yeah, do you have contacts? Are you a contact guy?
No, I only have glasses, but I'm kind of regretting my decisions right now. More that I didn't bring my glasses. 7-6 S&T, the serve from Ball State catches the net. Basilio guilty.
You know what? I'm with you, though, because contacts, I feel like it would just hurt too much to put in your eyes.
That's my point. I don't want to be touching my eyes. It feels like a very important organ to be touching directly. I don't like the thought of that at all. I also don't like the thought of S&T up 8-6 here in set 2 with a 1-0 set lead. The serve from Grant Edmonds. Hello, another error. How do you do? Nice to meet you. 8-7 S&T.
Missouri S&T, if we're being completely honest, if you remove the errors, this is a set. They should be up by 5. They should be up by 5 or 6.
Absolutely. It's been this type of game for both squads. Machado the serve. Dug by Bartos. Far side operation again. Same looking play, this time from Salati. Cards unfazed. Hard spike. Ryan Lewis. Kill right down the pipe, 8-8.
And with that, he reaches the 10-kill mark that he didn't get until set 3 against Trine, which, hey, that's still impressive, but to have 10 kills already, clearly the go-to guy.
Maybe the Cards can take advantage knowing he's their guy right now. 8-8, right out of the serve. It's Nate Meyer. He works the edge, this time near side, and it's out of bounds. 9-8 Cardinals, set 2.
I like the effort from Meyer, but I think he just brought a little bit too much thunder on that attack. Maybe a little bit more of a soft touch could have gotten down.
6'6" Junior Machado to serve. This one's soft off the net and across. Dug up front by Grant Edmonds. Again, Salati tries to work the far side. This time doesn't get by the triple block. That's a point for Ball State.
I was really impressed by Jacob Surrett right there. I don't know what's going on with Will Patterson, but we haven't seen him in the second set. It's been Jacob Surrett, who was the number 3 middle blocker all throughout fall camp, and he's looked really nice.
Surrett, the Riverside, California native. Here's the serve from Ball State, dug up by S&T. Again working the far side. This time it stays in. Salati just keeps on working despite the Cardinal defensive setup being a triple block every time. That time it pays off.
Yeah, Ben Schluch was ready for it in the right position. He just couldn't get a hold of it.
10-9 Cardinals. Miners earn the service. Nate Meyer, and he'll catch the net. It keeps on happening. It just keeps on going. Both teams above 7 service errors now. It's 11-9 Cardinals. Patrick Roger, the senior, rises from the service line. Hard spike, and there you go. Another service error. Catches the net. 11-10 Ball State.
And for that to come from Patrick Rogers, too, it's rare. I think it's really affecting everyone. Maybe it's contagious.
Case of the yips, maybe. Early season jitters. 8 service errors for both of these teams through about a set and a half.
I get that for S&T. It's their first match of the year, but Ball State, you got that out of the way against Shrine.
You have to be better than this. Caleb Rolling the serve. His is clean. Chance for Ball State, far side. Rolling digs it up. Miners work far end as well. Free balled over. Rogers to Machado to Lewis. Beautiful play. Beautiful K. 12-10 Cards.
Ryan Lewis is just living proof that people always talk about, oh, Indiana, California as these volleyball states. What about Arizona? Some really good talent coming out of there.
Yeah, surprise. Arizona's a great men's volleyball team. Oh, why'd I do that? He's from Surprise, Arizona, ladies and gentlemen. 12-10 Ball State. Chance for S&T. Salate's shot rejected, and right back at you, says the Miners. That's Tyler Johnwick up the middle. Didn't quite catch all of that play, Roen.
How many times are we going to say that of just the middle constantly winning on S&T side? Tyler Johnwick getting it down, nobody protecting it for the Cardinals.
It's 12-11 Ball State, but a chance for the Miners to knot this thing up. Aaron Salati, the server, trickles across the net. Nice diving dig by Basilio. He'll send it across, dug up by Bartas. Up front, another chance. This time it's Salati once more. Blocked and sent out. Last touch by Ball State. We are knotted at 12. S&T showing a lot of fight in this one. Out hitting Ball State 35 to 32%. Worthen goes silent for the opposition serve. Dug up high in the air by Basilio. Right down the middle, Patrick Rogers finds the gap for a kill.
Patrick Rogers has kind of been the unsung hero of this game. I mean, you knew he was going to do something, but a quiet 7 kills. That's the most quiet 7 kills we've really ever seen from Patrick Rogers, and I think it's because of what Ryan Lewis is doing.
Speaking of Ryan Lewis, he'll serve. Dug up by Nate Meyer along the back line. Double blocked by the Cards, right back to the Miners. Here's Salati near side. Awkward looking dig. Sent back across and blocked immediately by Science and Tech. 13-all.
Yeah, Savitsky Lind had a decent look after the fact, just couldn't get a hold of it. That's another time where Missouri S&T up front at the net, they've had a better presence than Ball State.
Miners serve, Zachary Karf across, right down the middle, diving dig. Chance for Basilio, far end, rejected. Nice triple block by S&T, another block, and this time it's out on the Miners' side. Touching the ground, 14-13 Ball State. Basilio to serve. Across. Dug up by Karf. Far side, soft touch. That was the right play. A point for S&T. That was scored by Nate Meyer.
That was the right play and the right place, too. Right on that edge, knowing that if you go with that soft touch right at the net, Ball State, they're expecting that big, thundering attack. They just weren't ready.
Nate Meyer with 9 kills on 17 attacks. Serve from S&T. And uncoordinated setup from the Cardinals as Machado, a great setter, sent that ball right over Ryan Lewis's head on the near side and out of bounds. 15-14, S&T wins the race to 15. I don't know about you, Roen, but the energy in Worthen Arena is not here.
I agree, and I get that. Early on in the season, this is a matchup you look at it on paper and you think, oh, this is, I wouldn't say easy for Ball State, but this is a very winnable match. But even I knew going into this matchup the fight that Missouri S&T had. I knew that there wasn't that big of a talent gap. This is a team that's expected to be one of the better teams in Division II this year. I knew this was going to be a great match, and I think as the match goes on, especially if we go to if Ball State wins this set, we are going to go to that fourth set. But if we go to a fourth or fifth set, if the Cardinals have their backs against the wall, then that's when I expect this incredible Worthen crowd to come through.
What's really concerning is S&T has had the advantage through most of set 2. I mean, we're realistically looking at, S&T has the advantage, and they could make this 2-0.
Yeah, this is a matchup, especially in the second set, where if you look at all the errors and how they're piling up, especially on S&T's side, they could realistically be doubling up on Ball State right now. They are outplaying them completely physically at the net. I mean, the only flaw in S&T's game right now has just been from the service stripe so far.
It has been for both teams. 8 service errors. Ball State holds the overall error, I suppose you'd call it a disadvantage, with 17 total, 8 on the attack, 8 on the service line, 1 on the block. Out of the race to 15, timeout, service from Tyler Johnwick. Strong spike, and that's the energy enticer that Ball State needed. The kill, courtesy of Ryan Lewis.
Yeah, a lot of that comes down to the players getting the energy in the building. I mean, Mike Uremovich, the head football coach, he even said if we want fans to come to our games, we need to win games, and it's a similar thing here.
15 all, serve from Ball State, dug up. Chance for the Miners. Salati receives the triple block. Soft touch by Machado, and it's worth a kill. Found an open gap right in front of the net. Grant Edmonds couldn't quite crash in time. 16-15 Ball State.
This is why Machado has been widely considered as one of the 10 best setters in the nation, because he's more than just a setter. He has the IQ and just the court knowledge that he can occasionally be on the prowl with the attack.
Just one of 2 players on this Ball State team on the preseason All-MIVA squad. Joined by Patrick Rogers. And a service error by Ryan Lewis. You hate to talk so highly about these plays and these players just to see a service error happen. Happens so many times.
Yeah, it's really deflating.
16-16 here in set 2. S&T holds the 1-0 game advantage. Serve from Grant Edmonds, dug up by Ball State, blocked by the Miners, and out of bounds. Last touch by S&T. 17-16, Ball State gets the lead back.
That was a funny play. Roen got a hold of it on the far side. He blocked it so hard it went out of play on the near side.
The serve from Machado, dug up by Bartos. Salate, far side, inching towards the baseline and just out. 18-16, Ball State finally has more than a single-digit lead, single-number lead. Single tally?
I like that.
I like single tally. Put that on my notes. 18-16, Ball State leads. Another serve from Machado, dug up by Meyer. Chance once more from Roen. Nice dig by Machado. Ball State works right down the middle. Soft touch. Rolling's there. Beautiful block. Aaron Salati went for the kill, and along the far side, it's Ryan Lewis with the rejection. Timeout, S&T. It's 19-16 Ball State.
Yeah, Ryan Lewis provides a lot more to a team than just his ability on the floor. You saw it, how he energized the crowd like we were talking about maybe 2 or 3 minutes ago. That big block. Immediately, you heard the pop immediately after, and it was because of the energy after the fact, flexing his muscles, that big yell. That's one of the many things Ryan Lewis brings to the table.
And you hate to mention it, but the fact that this team has had turnover with Raji Aline leaving, having graduated, and then you also have Donan Cruz resigning from the program. This is a team that is looking for energy to be had.
Yeah, especially when, in my opinion, you lost your best energy guy last year, Tinashe Ndavazocheva.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the way that he would light up Worthen Arena every night was special, and I'm sure he's on the bigger and better things as he's graduated. But, it's the philosophy of college sports is, hey, next man up, and Ryan Lewis is really taking that to heart.
So Ryan Thompson, the head coach of the Miners, with the timeout, his squad down 3 here in set 2, 19-16. For the best stories in Ball State sports, our latest videos and SportsLink program information, that can all be found at ballstatesportslink.com. That's ballstatesportslink.com. Here's the serve from Machado. High dig from Nate Meyer. They might have to free ball this over. Meyer instead sends a soft touch. Triple blocks there. Chance for S&T again over the block. Set up for the Cardinals. Diving dig by Zachary Karf. Free ball back to the Cardinals side. Ryan Lewis, his spike is blocked. Chance for the Miners. Nate Meyer caught the edge along the near side baseline. 19-17, that's a big point. Maybe can swing momentum back to S&T's side.
Yeah, because a 2-point deficit, it's a big difference from a 3-point deficit. The Cardinals could have been running away with it at that point.
Meyer the serve right down the middle, dug up by Ben Schluch. Free ball, almost a touch, almost a 4th touch. Miners send it back. Guards, Machado, Lewis, dug up and sent across the baseline. Another shot, this time it's Savitsky Lynn. 2017 Ball State here in set 2. So here's Patrick Rogers to serve. He's got 9 kills so far, 1 dig. The strong send, diving dig by Nate Meyer. Salade far side. Cards rejection. Another chance blocked by S&T and touches the floor on the Cardinals side. That's Caleb Rowling, 2018 S&T to serve down 2.
You have to give them credit. They won't go away. Ball State, there are times that they've had the opportunity to pull away in this set, but they haven't been able to.
We'll see Eris Marukas check in for Caleb Rowling. He came in during the last portions of set 1, a freshman, 6 foot. Does the service duties here and catches the net. Hate to call it a swing and miss substitution-wise from Ryan Thompson, but Rowling subs right back in. It seems like that was just for the serve, only for it to be an error.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was. He's a serving specialist, and as a freshman, maybe that's your welcome to college volleyball moment.
Tough break, 21-18 Ball State here in set 2. Service in their hands. Tyler Wint will come in as a serving specialist, a freshman, 6'4", lines up as an outside hitter on this team. His serve down the middle to Nate Meyer. Meyer free balls. Cards right in front of the net. The hesitation, the fake, the send by Rogers. S&T digs it up. Contention at the net, won by Ball State and out along the Miners' side. 22-18 Cards.
Even though he didn't have much to do with that play, Tyler Wint, the freshman outside hitter who's serving then, serving now as well. He impressed me in the 3rd set of that Shrine match. I think he could play a big role as a freshman.
Tyler Wint again. Dug up by Bartaz. Salati. Dug by Rogers. Cards work near side. Soft touch by Machado. The block is there. Salati again. Cross court. Gets the kill. 22-19, S&T, like you said, they won't go away.
And that's shocking, too. That was on that far side, right on the line, too. Had that gone Ball State's way, that would have been crushing for the Miners.
Salati earns the kill, and he'll serve here. It's 9 kills so far. His serve, oh, it looked like it stayed in, and it does. A service ace. Machado, Will Basilio out of position by just a few feet, 22-20.
To get that back-to-back points, to get it back within 2, get to 20, huge for the Miners.
So Aaron Salati serves again, the Illinois native. Catches the net. Another untimely error in this game, 23-20 Ball State.
Yeah, maybe the most untimely of all because Ball State's now within 2.
Big service opportunity for Ball State. Dug by Bartos, free balled on the dig. Machado, Rogers, kill. Great two-piece play, and we're at set point, 24-20, Ball State. Patrick Rogers looks at Ryan Lewis before the serve, pointed to the ground. Right now. Has to come here. And it won't. Service error.
Yeah, do you know why he said that? Because he knows that this team will not go away. You have to end it now. Patrick Rogers, he's been in this game for a long time. He knows well.
24-21. S&T cannot afford a service error. Zachary Karf along the baseline. Down the middle. Up front. The send, the kill. Basilio, it's out of bounds. Big point for the Miners, 24-22. Zachary Karf, the senior, 6'5". Had 10 service aces last season. Strong ball dug up to the near side. Basilio, beautiful dig, touches the bottom of the Daktronic board, and that counts as being out of play. Boy, if I was a Miners fan, I would hate every bit of that. I mean, that was a beautiful dig. It just went so high it touched the video board.
Yeah, I think the players are confused too. Nate Meyer went to the official and he's pointing up at the board like, really?
Is that a real rule? That's ridiculous. I can't believe that's a rule in men's volleyball.
Yeah.
I mean, that's, to be honest with you, that's elementary.
I agree. It's almost like the Miners got punished for that great play.
Yeah, I don't understand that at all. But it's 25-22 and Ball State escapes with a set win. We'll take a break here. You're listening to Ball State Men's Volleyball on SportsLink Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
Looking for flawless awards, trophies, plaques, medals, or engraved keepsakes right here in Muncie? Head to Awards Plus, your hometown expert for over 25 years. Located at 301 West Main Street, they're the area's leading trophy shop, serving the Muncie and surrounding area. Awards Plus delivers top quality with attention to detail and fast, reliable service. Open Monday through Friday, 9 to 4. Stop by or call 765-282-3511. Awards Plus, where the achievements take center stage. A proud partner of Ball State Athletics.
Sometimes it's not the moment. It's the moment before the moment. The moment you make a choice. The moment you take control. The moment only you can own. GameBridge lets you invest on your terms. So you're not only in charge of this moment, but all the moments to come. Start investing now.
Victory Honda of Muncie. We're not just another car dealership, and here's why. We stand behind every car we sell and are dedicated to helping our customers save time and money. All our pre-owned cars undergo a rigorous 182-point inspection and come with a 90-day warranty to ensure that you're getting a Victory quality vehicle. Plus, you'll get 2 years of complimentary oil changes and tire rotations. We're part of a top 15 dealership group and have an enormous selection of vehicles with access to inventory at over 45 locations. You always get more for your trade and the best possible rates with us. We have an excellent relationship with hundreds of lenders. Our exclusive Car Doc maintenance and membership program will help you save hundreds of dollars in the process of maintaining your vehicle. Lastly, our state-of-the-art body shop and certified technicians perform high-quality repairs and paintwork on most vehicle makes and models. Victory Honda of Muncie. We're not just another car dealership.
At Kroger, you never compromise. You get high quality and low prices. Like you never compromise your meal with our spring salad mix, guaranteed fresh. And you never compromise your budget with lower prices on over 1,000 items. And you never compromise your appetite with our golden brown bread that's baked fresh in store. And you never compromise your wallet with our lower prices. Hand it to Kroger shoppers. You never compromise. Kroger. Fresh for everyone.
Ranked #1 in the nation by the Broadcast Education Association. This is Ball State Sports Link with Sports Link Digital Radio.
And welcome back to Worthen Arena. The set 2 break, Cards win, and it is 1-1 all between Ball State and Missouri S&T. 25-22, another back and forth set, really until the very end, Roen, that Ball State was able to convert. Not as many errors as, came, it seemed naturally through the first set and a half. Maybe this is when Ball State turns things around.
Yeah, which is exactly why I said if both teams are trading errors, which they have really all match, then it becomes impossible for S&T to keep up. Because, like I said, the talent gap, it's not huge, but it's definitely there. Ball State, on paper, they are the better team. They have bigger, better physical capabilities. Eventually, that's going to show itself later on in the matchup, and that's what's going to give Ball State just the edge in the end.
Something that you mentioned earlier that I'm still wondering about, why Will Patterson has not been out there for a good amount of this match so far. 6'10", he's taller than the closest player on S&T's side, Tyler Johnwick, by 2 inches. It seems like you would want that height advantage out there, knowing that, hey, he's a great player as well.
I think it comes down to the play of Jacob Surratt right now. I've been very impressed by him. Statistically, he's looked really solid as well. He has 1 block to his name, but it's more than just that. He's provided a presence at the net that maybe Patterson didn't have.
For your Cardinals, leading the charge, Ryan Lewis with 14 kills, Patrick Rogers 9, and Will Basilio 3. Ryan Lewis also leads the squad in blocks thus far with 3. So a fresh set coming up. Ball State on the left side. S&T operates right in. You a big AC/DC guy?
I think they're overrated, in my opinion.
Really?
Bon Scott, when he was the front man of that band, they were great. But then when he unfortunately passed away, things went downhill.
I kind of assumed you were a big AC/DC guy. I'm not a huge AC/DC guy. I feel like I've heard, I've at least seen you play AC/DC here and there.
Oh, no, you thought wrong.
Really? I swear.
Well, maybe the Bon Scott stuff. I listen to that every now and then.
On your Instagram, I swear I've seen an AC/DC on a story.
Oh,
on a post. I haven't?
No.
I don't know my rock then.
Probably Guns N' Roses. That's what I'm into.
It was Guns N' Roses. It had to be. I knew you were into one of those major rock bands.
Oh, yeah.
Boy, aren't we just great at killing time up here? Here we are. Set 3 begins. S&T to serve. Nate Meyer, the star minor. Right down the middle, Basilio the dig. To the near side, Ryan Lewis gets the kill. Last touch by Bartos, the libero for S&T. It's 1-0 Ball State.
What's crazy to me, that's his 15th kill. Unreal. He's on pace to have a career day.
Fantastic stuff from Ryan Lewis. Just a sophomore on this team. Machado the serve, dug up by S&T. That's Nate Meyer back line. Front line with Salati. Dig from Basilio, ends up out of bounds and into the stands. 1-1.
Really good effort by Will Basilio. But at the end of the day, 9 times out of 10, when you're diving like that, it's just not going to go your way. You kind of have to live with it.
Aaron Salati, 25 attacks, 9 kills so far today, and a pair of blocks. The serve from John Wick dug up by Ben Slush. Sent back to the Miners side. Here's Salati again. Double block rejection. Out of bounds. Last touched by Ball State. Point goes to Missouri S&T, 2-1.
Man, the official took a shot as well. The one up top on the ladder.
Well, it was 3 or 4 players coming in right into his face. Dangerous stuff. John Wick the serve. Ben Slush high dig. To the far side. Ryan Lewis again with a kill this time, though. It's no, it is in. That is a kill. Sorry, I didn't hear much of a crowd reaction. 2-2 the score. Ryan Lewis killing it so far.
I think it goes back to your previous point about the energy.
Just not, there aren't that many fans here considering a men's volleyball game. Patrick Rogers the serve. S&T the response. That was out along the baseline, and that is the call. A bit of frustration from S&T, but they don't have the angle we do to see. That touched the lettering along the far side. And, wow, we have a challenge from head coach Ryan Thompson. He's going, if he sees the video of that, he's going to hate that he challenged that.
Yeah, that's one of those things where with Thompson, he trusts his guys, and I really like that. I pointed that out earlier, I think, of you trust your players, you build that trust through the fall camps, all of that, but then you have to go with your gut sometimes too. He clearly didn't have a good vantage point because when you're on the floor like that on one side, across the net, you can't see what happens, especially when it's an inch difference on the white line. You don't know. I mean, even the players on the other side for S&T, do they know? Probably not.
And you got to imagine the amount of bodies, too. On the Ball State side, you have to look through to see whether that was in or out. Tough vantage point from over there. Now, I hope I'm not eating my own words here. I hope, for my own sense of confidence, I hope I'm correct and that was way out.
Yeah, unless he's got some kind of supervision. I don't think that's a superpower that's ever been talked about. Unless he has some kind of, great vision, I don't think that's the case.
But this review is taking a bit of time, so maybe it is closer than I thought.
Yeah, maybe he took a wild guess, and it may have played out well in his favor. But the number one thing you have to remember with these official reviews is that it has to be enough to overturn. And I don't know if that'll be enough to overturn because it looked very 50-50 alive in action from what I saw. It looked right on that line. I couldn't tell in the moment.
We'll find out in just a moment. This broadcast is produced by students of Ball State SportsLink and presented by Victory Honda of Muncie. For your next new or pre-owned vehicle, drop by the showroom at the corner of McGalliard and Morrison Roads in Muncie or visit victorymuncie.com. That's VICTROY Muncie.com. This review is reaching critical mass. So here comes the officiating crew to make the call. And it does go out of bounds. So no change on that challenge, unsuccessful from Ryan Thompson.
Yeah, but with the long review, I think he had a case there. I think he had a shot at that.
Unfortunately, ends up being honestly not a great decision because now you're down a challenge early in set 3.
Yeah, that's especially when it's on pace to be a 5-set match. It really could be.
So big loss for S&T, 3-2 cards. Serve from Rogers, sent back by S&T. Up front, here come the Miners. Nice touch by Tyler Johnwick for the kill. Machado just an arm's length away from making a play. Instead, it's a Miner point.
Yeah, he was out of position, and you can tell that he was frustrated by that, was playing a little bit too shallow on that.
3-3 the score in set 3, 1-1 total. Aaron Salati the serve near to far. Dug up awkwardly by Basilio. Machado the set, Basilio the send. Over the triple block and dug up by Bartas. Triple block by Ball State. Heads out of bounds. No, it stays in. That's a point for the Cardinals. 4-3.
Hit Jacob Surratt leading the charge. We talked about not seeing Will Patterson as much. I think a lot of it has to do with the play of Jacob Surratt, but also you hope, maybe injury-wise, we don't know, you hope that Will Patterson's all right.
Oh, Surratt, a bad serve. Not only catching the net, but catching the bottom half of the net.
Yeah, because I'm looking over towards the bench. Will Patterson, he's standing up with the rest of the guys. He seems all right.
It's an early coaching decision from Mikey Andolo. The serve from S&T. Basilio, what a kill. Deflected off the body of, that ball moved so fast, I don't know who it touched on the S&T side. Great kill from Ball State, 5-4.
That was just a rocket by Will Basilio. That's one of the many things that he provides to a team. On and off the court, his leadership has been talked about quite a bit as well.
Service from Ryan Lewis, dug up by S&T. Double block, a rejection. Double up duties between Lucas Machado and Brayden Savitsky-Lynn to make it 6-4.
Another thing that Lucas Machado brings to the table, I talked about the ability to sometimes attack. How about the blocking as well?
Cards up 2 here in set 3. Ryan Lewis to serve again. Strong ball to Bartas. Up front. Point for John Wick, yes. Gets through and under the double block from Ball State. 6-5 now. Again, S&T going libero-less here. Bartas subbed out. Serve on the back line from Tyler Johnwick. Basilio far side working along the razor edge, and it stays in. 7-5 Ball State. Basilio keeps playing dangerous.
Yeah, that's where most of his attacks are going to come from, which is a really scary thought, but it's worked out for the most part for him today.
Yeah, 6 kills and only 2 attacking errors. He'll serve. Oh, beautiful serve. Even better save from the Miners to get it back across. Machado touches across the end, and it's out along the baseline. 7-6 the score now. S&T down 1 with the service.
I think that time around, Machado saw an opening in the defense that really wasn't there. It's a rare mishap for him, but, you know, it happens to the best of them.
Especially with the way he plays. Quick turning right up front. Hard to make those decisions sometimes. Grant Edmonds the serve, dug up by Ben Slush up front. Kill for Ball State. Tipped by S&T on the way out of bounds.
Yeah, you could tell Grant Edmonds, the setter, he was really frustrated on the S&T side that he couldn't get a hold of that.
Ball State 8-6, the advantage here in set 3. Service from Brayden Savitsky-Lynn. Floats it across. Free balled over and out. Count it. Service ace for Savitsky-Lynn.
And how about the big man getting active from the service stripe? He had one earlier in the match, gets another one there.
Bit of a quiet game so far from Savitsky-Lynn. 3 kills, but there's the first service ace of the game for Ball State. Across, here's a chance for the Miners. Meyer over the double block, saved by Savitsky-Lynn. Sent back across, S&T operates. High set up front, and softly touched across. Another soft pop, this time from Patrick Rogers. And it counts as a kill. S&T had every right to save that ball, but seemed like nobody crashed in time to catch up with Patrick Rogers. 10-6 Ball State.
Yeah, they kept playing on. Everyone had moved on from the play, but there were a couple of Miners still playing.
Unaccompanied Miners.
Yeah, that's one way to look at it.
I've been waiting to make that joke, to be honest with you, Roen. Savitsky-Lynn a service error, right? Just a couple plays after the ace. He was hitting strong there along the baseline. 10-7. S&T to serve after a pretty decent Cardinal run.
I like the idea to attack in that area. Just that time around, too much on it. You have to really be precise if you're trying to if you're serving and you're trying to put it in a precise location, especially from the back row. it becomes really tough.
And it was close enough to being in that Mikey Ndolo wants to challenge that. See if he can get the second service ace for Brayden Savitsky-Lind.
I know I'm going to sound like a broken record here, but I don't know. I don't know. It's hard for me up here to make the call on the floor. The officials have it much easier.
Quick decision. And it counts as a service ace. Officials say it's in. So 2 service aces in set 3 alone for Brayden Savitsky-Lind as he'll come to rise again.
Props to Ian Dolo once again with a great challenge.
And he was quick to bring out that green card. Good eyes along the far bench. 11-6 Ball State. Savitsky-Lind, another hard serve dug up by Karf. Nate Meyer across the block. Chance for Ball State to operate. Beautiful assist from Lucas Machado. And Surratt does the rest. 12-6 Ball State. Timeout S&T.
That's big right there. Jacob Surratt, his first kill of the matchup. And this is the first time in this matchup that I feel like Ball State is truly dominating, which is kind of what we expected. This is the first time all match that I feel like the Cardinals are really showing how superior they are.
And since about the half point of the second set, Ball State's hitting percentage has improved by 8%. This has been a much different look in the last 15 or so minutes from Ball State.
And also the lack of service errors as well in this third set. You almost had one with Savitsky-Lind, but they overturn it. The lack of that really opens up the offense quite a bit and defensively to continue to do your thing. And, hey, it shows right there, Ball State doubling up on the Miners.
This is more of the Ball State that we expected. All right, doubling the point count from S&T here in set 3. You know, you hate to say, oh, we should have come out here and dominated this game. I don't want to be that type of guy, okay? But Ball State heading into this, you're ranked. You're number 16 in the ABCA polls. You're expected to come out and dominate a team like Missouri S&T. Credit to the Miners who have come in and fought well, but this is more the brand of Ball State volleyball we expect.
Oh, yeah. It's that winning culture that it doesn't matter who's at the helm at head coach. It continues.
Savitsky-Lind the serve. Chance for the Miners to end this run. Nice dig on the attempt from Nate Meyer. Here's Ryan Lewis across. Even better dig from Grant Edmonds along the back line. Free ball over by Meyer, and it's out of bounds. Sloppy play. 13-6. Ball State on a run.
I really don't get the need the free ball on that. I think Meyer, even though maybe a little off balance, I think he could have had a legitimate attack there, and the free ball just really sailed.
Led the team, well, second on the team in attacking errors last year, 98 behind Salati's 122. Savitsky-Lind the serve, a whistle on the attempt from S&T, and the Miners are caught in the nest. 13-6, a 6-0 scoring run from your Cardinals.
Another thing that just can't happen if you're the Miners. Now they're beating themselves. That's what it's turning into right now. Sure, Ball State is outplaying them in this third set, but you look back to that second set as well, now they're beating themselves.
Savitsky-Lind, it feels like he's been at the line all day. A 7-0 scoring run, correction. And an 8-point lead. Strong serve, near to far side. Miners, Salati, across, Machado, left-handed touch, and free balled by S&T. Right back at you with Surratt. Stayed on the Cardinals side. And again, Machado does his job as the primary setter to set up that point. 15-6.
Yeah, Jacob Surratt, one of 3 transfers on this team, making a big impact.
Savitsky-Lind rises once more. A softer serve this time. Dug up by Edmonds, sent by Rolling. Cards attempt, far side, Ryan Lute, Patrick Rogers correction, and he gets a strong kill. 16-6, another timeout from Ryan Thompson. This has been a tough set for Missouri S&T.
Patrick Rogers on that last play got his 10th kill of the match, his 11th. That's maybe the most quiet 11 kills I've ever seen. That's a great line for Patrick Rogers. But Ryan Lewis with 16 kills leading the charge, that's going to overshadow all. And it's very rare that we talk about Patrick Rogers getting overshadowed in a matchup.
And Ryan Lewis, it's not only the kill count, it's how clean he's played, being the primary striker. Only one attacking error on 26 attempts. Good for a 58% rate. And defensively, he's been great too. 8 digs and 4 blocks.
Unreal. He's really shown how complete he is as a player. Just like Patrick Rogers, too. We know what Rogers can do defensively. Last year led the team in digs. He's a great player defensively. So is Lewis. The future of this team is bright. The freshmen that were brought in last year who have moved into bigger roles as a sophomore. I'm specifically talking about Ryan Lewis and Will Basilio. You have to step up. When they're kind of replacing Rajay Aline and Tinashe and Davazocheva, they're replacing these great players from last year that were all MIVA type of players, and they've really done a great job in the first 2 matches.
Ryan Lewis and Patrick Rogers. You know, it's games like this that make you think, why isn't Ryan Lewis preseason All-MIVA? He's killing it so far. In fact, it's Patrick Rogers who's the player of the year preseason All-MIVA. Serve from Savitsky Lind, a 9-0 scoring run for the Cardinals. Strong spike, and this time S&T gets past the block, actually grazed off the double block, and it's worth a point. Finally, the run ends. That's Aaron Salati with the point.
Yeah, finally is the right word, and I think Ryan Thompson and company, they're thinking the same way.
16-7, and a service error. They just keep coming at the worst possible times for the Miners.
Yeah, that may have been your last chance to get any kind of momentum going, because now all of a sudden the way the Cardinals are playing, now S&T, they have their backs against the wall.
Machado serves far side. A sweeping dig from Nate Meyer, a double block from Ball State. Hits the ground on the Miners' side. 18-7, a 10-1 scoring run now.
Yeah, that's going to go down as the 5th block for Ryan Lewis. What a day.
Machado to serve again. An 11-point advantage in set 3. 1-1 tie overall. And it's worth a service ace. Everybody out of position. Nate Meyer, the last Miner with a chance, dove for the dig and came up short.
Miner. Was that intentional?
I've honestly almost tripped up a few times. 19-7, 12-point lead. Machado grazes the net across. Soft touch by S&T. Machado's there. Ben Slush sets up Patrick Rogers for the kill far side. 20-7. Murderous here in set 3. Lucas Machado to serve now. A 10-1 scoring run translates now to 3-0. And I eat my words, the run is dead, just like that, a service error. 20.
But hey, Ball State just dominating right now. Despite that rare error, when it comes to this set, before that the Cardinals were committing service errors left and right. But they've really turned the page in this 3rd set. It's been pure domination.
So at the service line, it's the service specialist, Eris Marukas. The serve dug up by Basilio, and he flies into the front line for a beautiful K. 21-8, Will Basilio. Beautiful speed.
He's one of the more athletic players really you'll ever see. He showed that last season, and hey, the way he's been able to step up in this matchup has really impressed me.
He'll sub out. Tyler Wint comes in, a 6'4" freshman. So he'll take the spot at the front line, far side. Service from Patrick Rogers, 21-8. Dug up, Patrick Rogers. Ryan Lewis meets 2 Miners right at the net. Whistle blown. And the point will go against S&T. 22-8 now, Ball State.
Yeah, and you can tell they're not happy with it either. They're a little bit confused, and yeah, now we have the review.
So 22-8 the score here. Ball State in set 3. Roen, what have you seen that's changed? And speaking of change, before I can even finish that question, point has changed immediately. 22-8 turns into 21-9. But what have you seen change for Ball State here in set 3?
Honestly, Brayden, what I've seen is just a team playing more together and figuring themselves out, figuring each other out, and that's going to improve across the season, but they're really playing together right now.
Aaron Salati, the server. Ball State operates. Ryan Lewis's shot sent. Miners reject. Triple block. Miners operate once more. Soft touch over, dug up by Lucas Machado. Here's a shot from Ryan Lewis. And a nice backline dig by Salati. Grazed over, and you can't do that with Ball State. The Miners too reluctant to just give points to Ball State. Not a free ball there, but just a send straight to Machado, and I mean, he's going to take advantage every time. 22-9.
And now you're feeling it in the building. The fans are getting into it. The bench for Ball State's getting into it. Once you lose that, once Ball State has firm grasp of that, boy, oh boy, is it hard to come back.
Surratt has to be loving Worthen Arena as a transfer. His second game here in Muncie, Indiana. So we have a momentary pause. I think some more precipitation on the floor, again on the S&T side, as we head back into the action. Surratt, the 6'6" junior from Riverside, California, to serve. Man, he just missed again. That was even worse than his first service error. Didn't even touch the net, it went under.
That's rare, but you have to give credit to Surratt. Outside of that, he's really looked impressive, even if the stats don't show it up front. Has 2 kills. He didn't get the start, but he's gotten most of the reps in the middle.
What a kill. Brayden Savitsky-Lind rises to the front line. Fast developing play. And you can't do that with Savitsky-Lind. If anybody, he has the fastest reaction time on the floor.
That's one of those plays where he made it look so easy.
Ryan Lewis serves, 23-10 the score. Ball State leads in set 3. S&T, hard spike, dug up by Ben Slush. Machado, set cross court to the far side. Wentz not there. Machado is. And we are at set point, 24-10.
The way Machado's able to attack over the middle with the left hand as well, that gives him a massive advantage.
Opportunity for Ball State to capture set 3. Ryan Lewis across. Dug up by Bartas. Up front. Oh, beautiful touch. That's Grant Edmonds at the front line with the soft push over. 24-11, it's still set point. But the Miners giving themselves a little momentum into set 4. Tyler Johnwick, the server. Soft ball over. Dug up by Wint. To the near side, Ryan Lewis did not stay in. So we're still at set point, 24-12. Tyler Johnwick at 6'8", played in 85 sets last season. Was a second teamer in the Intercollegiate Volleyball Association. Soft serve across, this one shorter than the last. Grazing touch by Tyler Wint at the line. A whistle, a violation. So he was in the nest, 24-13.
Yeah, you can't do that. Got caught touching that antenna. That's crucial.
Another serve for Tyler Johnwick. Down the middle. Another opportunity for Wint. He's rejected. Ball stays in. And we play on. Beautiful dig by Savitsky-Lind. Ball State operates. Lewis, soft touch over. Saved again by S&T. Another setup and a whiff. Savitsky-Lind went for the big kill up the middle, and he whiffed. Missed the ball. 24-14.
Look at the S&T bench. They're doing the set point dance too, even though they're trailing by 10.
4-0 scoring run. Maybe they feel themselves a little bit. John Wick serve. Dug up by Rogers. Machado sets up Ryan Lewis. Beautiful hesitation before rising and firing for the KO. 25-14. Cards have a 2-1 lead as we switch benches into set number 4.
That almost feels like a knockout punch right there. Ryan Lewis bringing down that big hammer, and now S&T, their backs are against the wall.
Let's take a break. One more set to go if Ball State can close it out in set number 4. You're listening to Ball State Men's Volleyball on SportsLink Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
At Kroger, you never compromise. You get high quality and low prices. Like you never compromise your meal with our spring salad mix, guaranteed fresh. And you never compromise your budget with lower prices on over 1,000 items. And you never compromise your appetite with our golden brown bread that's baked fresh in store. And you never compromise your wallet with our lower prices. Hand it to Kroger shoppers. You never compromise. Kroger. Fresh for everyone.
Hey Cardinal fans, show your pride wherever you go with the Ball State Financial Debit Card, now featuring your favorite mascot, Charlie Cardinal. It's the perfect card for students, alumni, and lifelong fans, letting you show your Cardinal spirit with every purchase you make. And with Ball State Financial, you'll get all the convenience, security, and hometown service you deserve from people who love this community as much as you do. Explore the card in your hometown credit union at fcfcu.com/chirp. Ball State Financial, your hometown credit union.
Today we have two very special guests on our program, introducing Lem and Lime.
Hello.
For Starry Lemon Lime Soda.
Thanks for having us.
What is Starry Lemon Lime Soda?
It's a crisp, clear burst of lemon lime flavor, and it's caffeine-free.
Between us, one of you must be a little more important to Starry than the other. Who is it?
We're both important.
So it could just as easily be Starry Lime Lemon Soda.
No, that doesn't sound right.
Oh, I like it.
So you saying hip-hop could be hop-hip?
Works for me.
Starry Lemon Lime Soda. Starry hits different.
You're listening to SportsLink Digital, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
Your home for live Ball State sports.
And welcome back to Worthen Arena. Ball State wins set 3 in dominant fashion. A 2-1 advantage now, 25-14 in set trace. Dominant performance, 48 kills now in the game as a whole. And the story is Ryan Lewis with 17 kills and 5 blocks.
We didn't know what to expect from Ryan Lewis. We didn't know if his incredible performance against Trine was a one-off or if it was a sign of things to come. Brayden, here's what it was exactly. It was a warning to the rest of college volleyball of what's to come. And I think this matchup is another sign that Ryan Lewis is getting ready to take over.
He has certainly taken over today. Coming off a game against Trine where he had 12 kills and 5 blocks. There was a feeling that maybe he's got what it takes to be a star player on this team, and through 2 games he looks the part.
Yeah, props to just the recruiting of Ball State. Coach Ian Dola, even when he wasn't the head coach, when he was under Doan Cruz, for the past 5 years he's been the head of recruiting. So he's played a big part in recruiting these guys, and hey, that includes Ryan Lewis.
Set number 4, clean slate. Ball State works on the right side, S&T on the left. This broadcast is produced by the students of Ball State SportsLink and presented by Victory Honda of Muncie. For your next new or pre-owned vehicle, drop by the showroom at the corner of McGalliard and Morrison Roads in Muncie, or visit victorymuncie.com. That's VICTROY Muncie.com. Serve from Lucas Machado to get things going in set number 4. Dug up by Bartas. Here's a chance for Salati, and it ends in a kill. 2 dig opportunities by Ball State. Nobody quite there in time. Basilio tried, Ben Slush tried, no one got there.
It was a great effort. Like you said, Basilio, then Ben Slush. He had a great look, but just went underneath the net.
Slush lost his shoe in the process, too.
Man, I love the hustle he plays with. Even losing a shoe in the process, even for a play that we knew it was going to go underneath the net or it was going to go down, but he still wasn't willing to give up.
Just a freshman on this team, 5'8", from Netanyahu, Israel. Joins Eyal Rawitz as one of 2 players hailing from Israel on this team. There's a service error from S&T to knot things up at 1-1.
The thing I love is that Eyal and Adir, they knew each other well before their time at Ball State, just being from the same home country.
Same home country, played for the same teams growing up as well, or played against each other. Point for Ball State. Went across and then a misfire by S&T to dig right at the line, 2-1. Patrick Rogers to serve now. Hard ball across, dug up by Nate Meyer. And a rejection. Salati went for it on the near side, double block, courtesy of Will Basilio.
Basilio and Surrett teaming up right there. Basilio defensively has also really had a great day. His 3rd block and 9 digs as well.
3-1 Ball State in set 4. Another hard serve by Rogers, a little too hard along the baseline, 3-2. So Aaron Salati will serve now, the senior 6'6". Played in 82 sets last season, played in 22 matches in 2024. Finished with a team high 226 kills that season. He ends up with an error on his first service attempt of set 4. 4-2 the score. Ball State with the lead and the ball. Here's the service from Jacob Surrett. He misses again. I mean, at this point, it's not funny anymore.
Anymore? I don't know if it was funny to begin with. But yeah, Surrett, that just can't happen. Other than at the service stripe, I really have been impressed by his play.
Just a few misfires here and there. Zachary Karff to serve for the Miners up front. Here's a chance for Ball State. Ryan Lewis, another kill. He's up to 18 in this game, 5-3.
Yeah, looking to be the first Cardinal of the young season to reach that 20 mark. Well on pace to do so.
This time the service from Ryan Lewis. Down the middle, Bartos is there. To the far side. And it's a kill. Nice work by Nate Meyer up front.
Yeah, quiet day for Nate Meyer. His 11th kill there. Solid line for him, but it just hasn't been his day or the team's day.
5-4 the score. Miners to serve here, John Wick. And the Cardinals setup is miscued at the front line. Doesn't end in a service ace, but it ends in a point for S&T, 5-5. So John Wick rises again. Far side to near side, dug up by Machado. Basilio, rather, and he ends up with the kill. 6-5, Cardinals take the lead back.
You have to be impressed by what Will Basilio's done offensively and defensively. That's his 9th kill, and just 1 kill away from having 3 Cardinals in double-digit kills. It would be Rogers, Lewis, and then potentially Basilio, 1 away.
50 total kills in this match now. Basilio to serve, dug up by Karff. Chance up front by Nate Meyer, receives the triple block, and the Cardinals touch the net. 6-6.
Even though that big set 3 win for Ball State's huge, you have to remember, S&T, they're still well within reach in this matchup. It's far from over.
Grant Edmonds at the service line. Knotted up at 6. Diving dig by Ben Slush up front. Savitsky Lind. His spike is dug up. Free balled over. Another chance for the Cardinals. Ryan Lewis, hello. From the back line to the front for the spike, far side. He's got 18 Ks.
Unreal what he's been able to do today. To have that amount of kills with only 3 errors on the attack, insane.
Make it 19. He's been dominant so far. Another Cardinal serve, hard, down the middle, dug up by Nate Meyer. Set up, Salati works. Diving save by Ryan Lewis. Patrick Rogers goes for the kill. High dig up and out along the S&T side. 8-6 Cardinals.
Yeah, looking on the S&T side, Bartos, he was very frustrated with himself. The libero not being able to get a hold of that ball for good reason.
Another chance for Ryan Lewis here on the service line, and he meets the net. 8-7. Service back to the Miners. They will rely on the star, Nate Meyer. Down 8-7, down 2-1 overall. Laser of a serve. Ryan Lewis digs, set up, goes for the kill, and gets it. Just inside the far corner, 9-7. He is electric.
Yeah, that was a great play by Patrick Rogers that time to get it in on that corner.
Basilio serves. 9-7 the score. Spike rejected. Here's a chance for the Cardinals. And again, Ball State with the hard kill, 10-7. And that time, it is Ryan Lewis.
And with that, his 20th kill of the match.
What a great performance on just 34 attacks. Service from Basilio. Soft touch by Meyer across. Back over. S&T operates. And a miscommunication. Caleb rolling right in front of the net. I think he missed time to set up. 11-7 as the ball trickles down.
You know, Ryan Lewis's performance today, you got to credit the preparation. When we got here like two and a half hours early, there was one Cardinal on the floor. It was Ryan Lewis.
And Machado's serve heads out along the back line, 11-8. Make that the 17th service error of the game for Ball State. Caleb Rowling will serve now for S&T. Soft over, dug up. Chance again for Patrick Rogers. And it's over the top and out along the S&T side. Grant Edmonds was there for the dig. Couldn't get the right angle on it. 12-8 Cards.
Patrick Rogers having a vintage performance with 15 kills now.
Rogers the dig. Or the serve, rather, and it ends up an ace off the dig from Bartos, ends up out of bounds.
You get the sense now, Brayden, that for S&T, it's all starting to unravel. It's all starting to come crumbling down. Ball State's figuring out their weaknesses and playing together and strong.
Another strong serve from Patrick Rogers. Myers is there this time. Across was Zachary Karf. Ball State's there again. From the back line, Patrick Rogers rises for the K. 14-8. Cards are really chirping here in set 4.
I want to see more of those back row attacks with Patrick Rogers, because if he has a full steam ahead from the back row, that's impossible to handle.
3 straight points for the Cards. Another Rogers serve, another Meyer dig. Opportunity up front by S&T, and John Wick takes advantage with a kill right down the middle, 14-9.
That's one Adir Ben Shalouche has to have, and you can tell he knows it.
Aaron Salati knows how important these serves are for S&T. Can't have any more service errors. Already 13 on the match. Queen across, Ben Sluice the dig. Up front, beautiful play from Surratt, and he earns the kill. No one home down the middle for the Miners, and Ball State wins the race to 15.
Hey, going back to that last play, Surratt was able to take advantage of S&T's defense because their eyes were glued to Ryan Lewis on that far side. They were expecting it to go to him, but just a quick setup for Machado. Surratt was ready for it. Easy money.
15-9 the score for the Cardinals. Brayden, Carroll, Roen, Elbert here today on SportsLink Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie. Really, the errors have been cleaned up for Ball State. you still have the error disadvantage to the Cards, 14-13 on the attack, 17-13 on the service. But, you know, heading into set 3, it seemed like they were on pace for 20 attacking errors, for 25 service errors. A much cleaner looking second half to this game.
Because that break between sets 2 and 3, it's kind of like a halftime type of period. You have like 5 minutes or so to talk things over. And I think Ian Dolo, I don't know what he said, but I think he really drilled something into their heads, because they're playing more as a cohesive unit than they were in the first 2 sets. That's what really stands out to me. They're really playing together, and they know each other well. So, I mean, in the second match of the season, it seems like they're already knowing each other so well on the court.
Surratt, a high serve, dug up on the back line by Karf. Chance near side for Salati, ends up going along the far corner. Went out of bounds, but the official ruling is that it was touched by Machado on the block attempt. 15-10 the score. That's a point for the Miners.
That's something S&T does well, that slide action that a player like Meyer can take advantage of, or Salade.
Karf serves, dug up by Basilio. Soft touch up front by Savitsky-Lin, saved by S&T. Another chance far side, this time it's Meyer. Ball State operates. Beautiful kill from Basilio right down the pipe. 16-10 the score.
And now Will Basilio in double digit for kills. So 3 Cardinals, Rogers, Lewis, Basilio, have double digits.
All around great attack from the Ball State team so far. So Ryan Lewis heads to the back line for the serve. Catches the net. 18 service errors now. 16-11 the score. Still in favor of the Cardinals in set 4. Tyler Johnwick's turn to do damage. Had 4 service aces last season. The soft touch here, won't get one today. Basilio hard along the far side. Nice cleanup job by the Miners. Soft touch over. That one was Grant Edmonds. Ball State operates. Beautiful kill by Ryan Lewis on the attempt. And it ends up as a kill, as S&T couldn't get the operation going with a nice dig on the far side by Tyler Johnwick.
S&T, it was a decent defensive possession. Nate Meyer, Tyler Johnwick both made really good plays, but Ryan Lewis reigning supreme once again.
21 kills, and it's 17-11 Ball State in set 4. A 2-1 lead overall in this one. Cards took set 2, 25-22, and set 3, 25-14. S&T took set number 1, 28-26, having gone past the 25 mark. Will Basilio at the service line. Strong spike, dug up by Karf. Nate Meyer rises for the spike. Ben Slush was there for the dig, but Karam's out of bounds, 17-12.
Nate Meyer in this set really coming to life for Missouri S&T. He's had 4 kills at least in this 4th set.
Grant Edmonds, naturally a setter to serve here. Had 16 service aces last season. Count him for an error there as he catches the net. 18-12.
Yeah, that's the 14th error for them at the service stripe. These add up at the end of the day.
They certainly have added up in set 4. A 6-point disadvantage. Brayden Savitsky-Lin to serve. He'll catch the net. Everybody's swinging and missing. Serve back to S&T. It's Nate Meyer at the line. His squad down 18-13 in set 4. Beautiful serve across, a nice dig by Surratt. Basilio rather, and he ends up with the kill. A nice setup up front from Surratt, and it's 19-13 Cards.
You know, one of my favorite stories that I've heard, Donan Cruz was saying last year, when he recruited Will Basilio, he offered him the spot on the team at the Courtyard Inn in Muncie.
There's a service error from Lucas Machado, 19-14. That's a fun little story. I wonder why the courtyard.
Yeah, I think it's where he was staying, and Basilio didn't commit initially, and Donen was a little upset that he didn't commit right from the jump, but eventually he did, and I guess the rest is history.
Machado's been a great pickup in his time. There's a reason he's a preseason All-MIVA honoree. The serve from the specialist Marukas. Ball State operates. Ben Slush, the setup. Basilio to Ryan Lewis for the K. 2014. We have a wave of substitutions for S&T. Basilio also checks out for Ball State with Tyler Wint coming in. The 6'4" freshman steps up to the net. And S&T brings in Bartos. Checks out Roen, as well as the serve specialist Marukas. So all of the natural starters out on the floor for the Miners. The serve from Ryan Lewis, the setup from S&T. It's Tyler Johnwick, a strong spike right up front, 2015.
Yeah, S&T, their backs are really against the wall, but down by 5, still in the 4th set. Not completely out of it, and you know this team, they can hang around.
Aaron Salati will try to help his Miners stay in it. Serve to the back line, Rogers the dig. Over to Ryan Lewis, he'll earn another kill. 21-15, Ball State's 4 away from a victory in set 4.
The baby giraffe gets it done once more. How about Ryan Lewis?
The baby giraffe?
Yeah,
it's
his nickname.
The baby giraffe. I like Ice-T more, Tessa Towers' nickname. That one rolls right off the tongue. The serve from Ball State, the setup from S&T. A little bit of a free ball straight to the net. I don't know if that meant to go across, but it did, and Ball State wasn't ready. But a net violation from S&T. Kind of a broken play there. 22-15, Cards with the lead. Here's the serve from Surrett. Across and over the end line. 22-16, Ball State still with the lead in set 4.
Going back to your earlier statement, I think Steve Shondell is the best in the business when it comes to giving out nicknames.
He has a nickname for everybody. I love that about him. Zachary Karf to serve for S&T. A soft dig. Almost a miscue from Tyler Wint. Keeps it in play. S&T operates and earns a kill. That's Tyler Johnwick up front. Big number 4, double-digit kills for him now. And it's 22-17 Cards. Zachary Karf to serve for S&T. Crucial serve, down 5. Diving dig from Rogers. Up front, Wint. His kill attempt rejected. Sent back by Nate Meyer. Great save by Ben Slush. Soft touch up front, far side from Ryan Lewis. S&T earns it. Sends it right back. Slush again is there. A chance near side. Tyler Wint shoots too far. And it's 22-18 now. S&T not out of it yet in set 4.
Yeah, despite that not going Wint's way, I like that the young bloods getting some really valuable playing time in the latter part of this matchup.
And S&T on a bit of a run earns the respect of Mikey Ndolo to send this to a timeout. Unless, this might be a challenge rather.
Yeah, because you do see the official at the scorer's table. Either way, I think it's important for Ian Dolo to talk to his guys. I love the way he thinks about the game. He knows that a team is never really out of it. Even when Ball State was up by maybe 6 on Trine in that 3rd set when the Cardinals had just completely dominated them, he was telling me after the match that he himself was a little bit worried when really there wasn't a lot to worry about. I think that's the type of coach that you should have.
I mean, you look at S&T, and statistically last season, they weren't bad. They played a tough schedule in independence play. You're facing off against teams across the country. And you look at the slate for S&T this year, it's easier competition, but it's a much harder stretch. I mean, Oh, man, I forgot to count this pregame. Let me do some math here. 7 straight road games coming up for Missouri S&T. And that includes against number 15, McKendree. And they're traveling a good bit. I mean, they stay in Indiana to play Purdue-Fort Wayne. Then they go to New Jersey to play Farley Dickinson. I mean, they're traveling everywhere in the East Coast. Out of the timeout, not a coaching challenge. Excuse me there. The serve from Zachary Karff. The send up front from Ball State. And it's out of bounds. Point goes to S&T.
I have a hot take about that, though. I think these road trips, I think it's going to be beneficial down the road for S&T. These guys are going to really get to know each other down the stretch of the season.
Absolutely. Zachary Karff, another serve. His squad down just 3 now on a 3-0 scoring run. Up front, kill earned from Ball State. That time it's Brayden Savitsky-Lind. Haven't called his name too many times on the kill count. Only has 5 so far, but that's an impactful play to put the Cards 2 away. And with the urgency here, head coach Ryan Thompson wants to challenge that, see if there was a violation, see if that was out of bounds.
I don't think he's going to get his wish, more than likely, but still, I like the sense of urgency from Ryan Thompson because Ball State, to have it within 2, it's closing time at this point. The Cardinals, my biggest advice, I guess you could say, you just can't play with your food right now.
Especially with how hard the schedule gets for Ball State. It does not get very easy. You play 3 straight teams that are either ranked or receiving votes. You play New Jersey Institute of Technology at home on the 10th, and then it's a long road trip to Phoenix, Arizona for the First Point Collegiate Challenge Tournament. The teams in there, you have Ball State, number 16 in the country, UCLA, number 1, the defending runner-up in men's volleyball. You have Loyola at number 7, and then Stanford at number 9. Ball State plays UCLA and Stanford. And then you don't get to avoid Loyola Chicago, have to play them later on in MIVA play. I mean, this is a tough January for these Cards.
That's a stacked tournament as well, but Ball State, kind of like what I was saying about S&T with the road trips, I think that's where these guys are really playing these tough opponents. They're going to figure out a lot about themselves. And from a coaching standpoint, really as players, you just can't let, if you drop a match to UCLA, in the grand scheme of things, that's okay. You just can't let that get to your confidence down the road, especially when you get into MIVA play, when you're playing some really tough dogs. You're playing McKendree, Loyola, Ohio State. These are teams that are really tough to beat. And even Lewis as well, they're a team that's kind of come out of nowhere compared to last year in those AVCA rankings. So when you're playing these teams that, like UCLA, they're a national contender. They are right now the odds-on favorite to win the national title. You can't let those losses, if they do happen, get to you. It'll be interesting to see the kind of fight that Ball State puts up against teams like UCLA and Stanford.
It's what you expect from the Cards, playing tough competition. Played 14 ranked opponents last season, 5 wins, 9 losses. This is a squad that loves to prove themselves. Coaching challenge unsuccessful for head coach Ryan Thompson. His team down 23-19 now in set 4. That's a tough break. It seemed like more of a desperation coach's challenge. Might as well use them when you have them. Ryan Lewis goes for the serve, catches nothing but the net. 23-20, S&T still alive in set 4.
The thing with S&T is just that third set being such a blowout, you may think, oh, they were out of it in this 4th set. No, they're still fighting. They are still in this matchup. They could still very well force a 5th set, but Ball State, just like I was saying earlier, you can't play with your food.
Camden Seaver goes for the serve here. Had 5 service aces last season. This one's dug up by Ben Slush. Nice send on the near side. That's Tyler Wint with the kill, and we are at match point, 24-20. Wint, his first kill in the ball game. Ryan Thompson brings in Bartos Shimiluski, the 6'1" junior libero. Try and help on the dig category. Went with the serve, dug up along the far side. It's Salati. Machado's there. Here's the chance from Patrick Rogers. A nice dig off the block. Another opportunity, and it's a kill. Who else but Ryan Lewis to end this match? TKO Cards. 25-20 in set 4 and 3-1 overall. The Cards stay undefeated in the early goings of the season.
Wow. Ball State, what a resilient win. After that first set, this matchup could have gone a million different ways. S&T could have continued the momentum, but Ball State, they decided to fight back as much as they could. And look at what they did, a dominating third set. And they just, the momentum they sucked away from S&T, it was just too much in that fourth set. I think it was too little too late for Missouri S&T to get ahead in that fourth set. The Cardinals, just on the attacking front, had so many just incredible performances. Ryan Lewis, for one. If you're going to ask me player of the game, here's a spoiler alert. Ryan Lewis, 25 kills, 9 digs, 5 blocks, only 3 attacking errors. Patrick Rogers, 16 kills, was incredible as well. Will Basilio, 11. The attacking for Ball State, which we didn't know what that would look like going into this year either. Rajay Aline, Tinashe, and Davis Ocheva, to lose those guys on the attacking side, you knew that some freshmen from last year, sophomores now, were going to have to step up. And those guys are Ryan Lewis and Will Basilio, and they came here to play.
And, credit to Missouri S&T, too. I mean, they also had 3 players with double-digit kills. Nate Meyer had 14, Aaron Salati 12, Tyler Johnwick with 10. It really was Ryan Lewis who came out and dominated the show with that quarter-century count.
Yeah, Missouri S&T, this is a team that in their conference, the GLVC, if they continue to play like that against high-level competition, they can really make some noise. They can really make some shockwaves in that conference, even though there are teams that are Division I. I know there's a little bit of a gap there, but I think they proved here today that they can compete with just about anybody.
I always love to shout it out because Lucas Machado does this on a game-by-game basis. 54 assists in this one. That's double the average that he had last season of 27.1. What a performance as the setter for the squad.
It goes unnoticed, but it really shouldn't. Lucas Machado, he's the guy who put Ryan Lewis and Patrick Rogers in the positions to succeed in this matchup. He's the quarterback of this team. Talking to Coach Ian Dolo a few days ago, he was telling me that think of Lucas Machado kind of as the QB1 of this team. That's really what it feels like. He's the maestro of the Cardinals, and he did a great job at that today.
Great win for the Cardinals, 3-1 over Missouri S&T. Roen, any final thoughts before we sign off?
Yeah, I think Cardinal fans have a lot to be excited about, especially going into a tough road stretch. NJIT will be a tough matchup tomorrow here at Worthen Arena. But really, for Ball State to show the bright spots in these first 2 matchups against Shrine and Missouri S&T, if they continue to play this way, I think it's going to be a very fun season.
Your Ball State Cardinals, as Roen said, in action again tomorrow at home against NJIT. And then it's a neutral stretch going to Phoenix, Arizona on the 17th to play UCLA, the top-ranked team in the land. The defending runner-ups, having lost to Long Beach State in the national title game last year. And then on the 18th, playing number 9 Stanford before returning home to face off against GLVC foe Maryville. Well, that'll do it here from Worthen Arena. I'm Brayden Carroll. For Roen, Elbert saying so long from Muncie, Indiana, where your final score is Ball State 3, Missouri S&T, the Miners 1. 3 straight set wins for the Cards to round this one out. Thank you for joining us tonight here from Worthen Arena. We'll be back on air tomorrow for a big one against NJIT. The big squad comes into town hoping to be ranked soon if they can pull off a shocker. So long and have yourself a great weekend.
This has been a production of SportsLink Digital Radio.